Yo, 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 yo. Is that a thing that people say? I don't know. Nothing happening today. Nobody in the hangout. Nobody watching the hangout. Last week, nobody came in the hangout. So, yeah, maybe some will come this week. Might as well go live to let them know that it's on. If people have their notifications on, they'll get a notification when it goes live. But that is unlikely. Who would do that? Not me. Well, I don't need to because I start the hangouts. Yeah. Oh, just wait for people to come in. Back to what I was doing. I've got some things to do. Yeah, and I'll go back to being muted.
Hey, Max Two Wheels here, guys. Welcome back to the live stream.
What happened?
I'm taking over again.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. Sounds good?
Yeah. You do
For
that.
sure. I just got back home, so I've just had food and I'm about to eat an ice cream right now. But, how are you going?
Are you running off a USB stick again?
Oh, no, not today. I jammed it in the port again. Just jamming it in there.
What do you mean?
So, I got the port and I jammed it into the other. I jammed my thing into the port. Wait, that sounds
The
bad.
the USB Wi-Fi
No.
stick.
No, the Ethernet port.
You just grabbed a snake and jammed in the port.
I didn't grab my snake and shove it in a port. Hey, RD, how you going? You're probably wondering what's going on here. Us jamming things into ports and stuff.
No.
Boy, like, you guys sound reckless, eh?
Got audio there, RD?
Oh, I think you do.
Yeah. What is that?
Intro song, bruh. Yeah, RD's intro song. Freaking man.
Marvelous.
I know, right?
I've broken it. I've broken the internet.
I'll
I've
show
broken the
you.
internet.
Oh no.
I was showing my
Oh,
lady
shit.
friend RD's
Oh shit!
Instagram
This
video.
isn't good. I've broken. I've
It's
broken
broken.
internet. Come back, internet. Come back, internet. I need you. Okay, I think it's working.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
I'm
see.
back.
Hey,
Hello, hello, internet.
can you
Okay.
see me?
Good. What's going on? What's going on? Is this even live? It's live. It is. Okay, g'day. I'll mind
I'm
my
not sure about that.
I won't tell you you're all a pack of C-bombs. Then I'll keep it all legit. I thought I'd pop in and say g'day just real quick. Nothing. Got a couple of spare moments. Oh, I've spat on the lens. Let me just get my shirt here. Clean this. I spat on the lens. So I'm just using my Posty Bike Nationals t-shirt. Just to clean it. Good shirt. My new favourite shirt, if you didn't already know. There's my second favourite shirt in the background.
Mm.
Exciting times. Oh, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Quick, say something.
Well, tell everyone about the postie code that you can put in to get a discount.
Early Posty Bike, early bird
Special.
Posty Bike. It's one of those. It's one of
Yeah.
It's that word either it's either early bird Posty Bike or Posty Bike early bird. I can't remember.
Something like that.
Not my code. I don't get a kickback for telling you about it, so I don't remember it. But I could probably find out. Why are you coming? Are you coming, Maximilian?
Oh, I don't know. I might. I'm just trying to figure it out. You know.
It's only a trip to Newcastle for you, mate. On your little Grom, it'll be.
Yeah, I know, but it's just like, oh, do I need that money for something? You know.
That is true, and I don't know. I don't know how much it is to come in and have a look without like participating, just like a checking it out bit.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it is to check it out. I'd
Yeah.
probably camp there though.
Oh, so yeah, right. Yeah. Well, in that case, it's like $80. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I'm like, yeah,
Get all
I'm on a tiny bike now and I can't carry an 8-person tent on my bike anymore.
Don't bring an 8-person tent. I reckon, but you personally, I reckon you could fit an 8-person tent on there. I don't put that past you at all.
Yeah, that's true.
You only need a 2-person, you and your bike.
I know,
Dodge, you're there. How you doing, buddy?
It's a surprise.
You need a you and your bike tent.
Oh, yeah. But they're expensive, eh? I'm just cool with, like, my bike can just stay outside and 1-person tent.
No. Your bike is just the size of a person.
Yeah, exactly. It would fit in a 2-man tent.
2-man tent max.
Oh, right. You mean I thought it was like a custom, the special one with the zips and you roll.
No,
them
because
in.
you don't own a hog or a bloody V-Strom. You own
That Honda life.
Yo, I feel you, bruh.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I was coming back today doing 80 on the highway. I'm like, oh, this is great. It's bloody cold though. And then next minute it starts raining. I'm like, well, I shouldn't have said anything.
It could get worse, boy. Sends the rain.
Suddenly
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, right.
lightning.
I got overtaken by a dude on a grom on the highway.
Oh, really?
He was slipstreaming a semi-trailer, and they were doing like 110 or something. I don't know
Oh,
what
that's
he.
cheating.
But he was full being sucked along by this trucker, and he's like, bah! Yeah. I'm like,
Mint.
where's my camera? But I didn't have one. Alas, it was.
And you were on the bike.
I was in a car. I
In
was
the
driving
van.
in a little car, wasn't I?
In the van?
Okay.
In a what?
In the van?
I don't have a van.
I see you driving vans all the time.
No, no, bruh. I mean, I've got a Pajero, a Pajero.
A Pajero.
Pajero. You say it like that, it sounds heaps better. I am looking to get a van in the future, though. I'm like, that's the way of the future.
I started it.
You did. That's what I'll say. I'll say, inspired by Dodge Skip 87.
Yeah.
Hey. So, do you do much touring in your van?
No, just that one time a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
I was one of your stops on your tour, remember? We had Christmas together, just you and me and Titan from Hell.
Yep.
Just sitting around awkwardly. It's a bit like we're doing now, but just in person.
Yeah.
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 Woo!
It's a good time.
Freaking lit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Cutting sick laps. Yeah, right. So, do you have any more plans to do that in said van? You're gonna do?
I do hope so.
Yeah. Because you got a new bike, don't you?
Yeah, new bike means it's harder to get in and out.
Oh,
Yeah, it's heavier.
you can't ride it in there.
I'm thinking about riding it in.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
thinking about putting these two ramps next to each other and just riding up the centre.
yeah, that makes sense. See, with a postie bike, it doesn't have a clutch, so you can actually just stand beside it and ride it up things like. Meh.
Well,
Sure.
yeah, that's how I normally do it. Stand next to it. I'm thinking of riding it up.
Yeah. You got more control unless
Yeah.
you're halfway up. Then you got less control.
Grom life just lifted in.
Way
to do
it. Little buddy.
Yeah. Oh, I went on a ride today and we had park security come after us. They were like, oh, you can't be here. And we were like, oh, good, mate. We're just taking photos, eh? They're just like, oh, you got to go. Oh, okay, mate.
Was
So,
that in that tunnel thing?
no, we're in a park and like we sort of rode in past like the little picket fence and got into the park.
You don't want to be there, mate.
Yeah. But
Get out of
photos, bro. We had a
Trying to get the
ruckus.
photos by the play equipment.
Yeah. But we had a Honda Ruckus there with the little stock 50cc engine in it and pretty mint.
That's pretty cool.
Get along the highway doing 67. So it wasn't bad because that was a slight uphill as well, you know.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah, it just doesn't stop. Apparently it does hit rev limiter and it sounds pretty funny when it does.
Bang. It is one of those little ignition-y things off the interbays, the E-bays, that like get rid of your rev limiter.
Yeah.
That's what the ones on the postie bikes do. They get rid of your rev limiter. So like they're not like they don't give you more horsepower, like more spark per se, like a good thing would. It just gets rid of the rev limiter, so you can bend your valves. Yeah. So get amongst it, boys.
So excited.
So Yeah, exactly. Where some of the early model postie bikes were like that. They didn't have rev limiters, but yeah, like all the bikes.
I have a bike that sometimes you could hit the rev limiter, sometimes it just keep on going.
How's that work? How's that
I
work?
don't even know why.
That's a fault. That's not. That's not.
It's Chinese.
Oh, there you go.
So
Talking about the
that-
Grom,
that's-
right?
Huh?
Not the Grom.
Not the Grom. No.
What
The
about
Grom is Taiwanese.
Forey's? What is it? First gear challenge video.
What about it?
What about
He got up to like 80 in first.
Did he? On a Grom? Really?
It's a conspiracy.
I reckon he started in fourth gear.
Maybe.
Like took off in one of the topper gears.
Oh,
Yeah, maybe.
a bit of ice cream on me. I'm eating ice cream. That's why I'm not
Okay.
talking so much.
Really?
Good ice cream. Yeah. It's a well, I shouldn't say it's good ice cream. It's like it's okay. It's Bailey's ice
Bailey.
cream thing. It's not too bad. It's the Magnum brand, you know.
Mm.
Not like the condoms, but yeah, tastes good.
Yeah, right.
Is that an Energizer light that I see on top of your head?
Let's have a look. It is. Yeah. How'd
That's
you do
scary
that?
that I called that.
How'd you do that?
I don't even know.
Either you're stalking me or you're just like into flashlights. Do you work at Energizer? Do you
Oh,
deliver?
no. I had a headlight that looked similar to it, so I was like, I just assume.
Yeah, I had to get like a cheap. Well, not cheap. Okay, yeah, I had to get a cheap one because I didn't have a budget to like one to really get. But I needed one ASAP when I went on my last van adventure from Adelaide to Melbourne to Brisbane. So
Oh yeah.
camping, and I needed a headlamp, so I didn't look like an amateur, you know.
Yeah. You gotta look like a pro.
Yeah, so I just bought this real quick. It was just like at the Woolworths, real quick.
Yeah, not bad, are
Yeah.
they? I got a torch, the Lenza brand one.
LED Lancer.
Yeah, Lenza. It's like a high-end torch, and they're pretty mint. You know, they're like
If it's Lenza, I think you've got a cheap one. If it's Lens, you're saying it weird, and now you're making me say it weird.
yeah, I think they're about I think mine was about $120.
Hmm.
So they are an expensive torch, but
They're real good.
they're real good.
That's my one. That's my one bit of advice. Like if they're like, tell us some of your camping tips and hints for the future, I'd be like, well, one is don't get like a torch. Like they're good, but like you don't need a torch. You should get a headlamp that is really good. That's like, because like you spend more time at a campsite like this than you do like otherwise you're like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you can't motovlog like that.
exactly. So if you can get like a real bright one with like a 3-stage, so you can go like that bright and then like too bright.
I've seen the ones with the battery packs on the back as well.
Yeah.
They make those ones as well. They're pretty good.
Yeah, you need. I would recommend a super bright headlamp that has super bright and a dull bright for evening, and then for like what the fuck was that, and just turn it on and blast and light. That's all you need. One of them.
Yeah.
Because you're never gonna. This is annoying. You're never doing this. You don't want to do this. You're not.
Well, I had when I was doing camping and stuff, and I had that. They make a clip for it, so it just clips onto like your belt or whatever. But I actually clipped it on top of my backpack shoulder.
I like this.
Yeah, and it has a 360 swivel on it, so you can position it wherever you want, by like RoboCop and all.
Yeah, well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, yeah. If you're gonna go along those lines, then yeah, that's pretty cool. But the point here is it's hands free, isn't it? That's the point of the headlamp. And this you can just buy without buying the extra clip. So that'd be
The price of that extra clip is the price of that light that you probably got in your hand.
This, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good. This is a good one. This is like from J car. This one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, buddy, and it's got like focus, so I can like beam it or flood it, and it's obviously LED.
Mm.
And they've got this gimmick, the gimmick here of the.
Oh,
This,
you got a comment.
Rugged.
well, that's for smashing windows, mate. It's a tactical. If it ain't tactical, it ain't tactical.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Wait, hang on. Fat cat on a replied Bailey's from a shoe? Question mark.
You do a shoey. Who's doing a shoey?
I don't even know. Eh?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even know. Fat cat should join us. You should join us, bruh. It's gonna be fun time. Yeah.
There can only be one.
There can only be one RD. Is that the truth? What's going on? Is that what's going on?
I really know what time it is, but I can't find it.
All right. So you are camping at the site for the postie bike in Maitland?
I don't know, mate. I don't plan ahead. I'm really bad at planning ahead. I'm assuming I'm going to camp there. That's, I suppose, the rough plan.
Right.
But I don't know what I'm doing. Ugh. But yeah, probably camping. Let's say camping. Yes, camping. Sure. I'm going to camp there.
Woo! Apparently, there's going to be a bar on wheels there. You know.
Yes, there's going to be. I can assure you. I've had it from word from the man himself. There's going to be facilities there, like bacon and eggs in the morning and shit. You can like buy at a reasonable price, like food there.
Yeah.
Like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you don't have to like pack an esky and shit because you're on a postie bike. It's a real pain in the ass, that shit. Yeah. So
Right.
there will be facilities there.
Oh, facilities, eh?
Like a local RSL or Rotary Club or one of those sort of type deals. He's going to be doing the cooking there, like the showgrounds people will be doing the cooking, and that's sort of their kickback for having the
cool.
event there. That'll be their kickback, is like us buying the food from them. So
Right.
I'm banking on that being good, that working. I'm banking on them providing food that I can buy for the weekend. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a Coles not too far away. If you really have to go and get something, then come back to the site. You know, that's what I was planning. If there wasn't any, you know, if there was something I just didn't want or wanted something special.
Yeah.
Put down.
Yeah.
You
So
know?
there's like heaps. Yeah. There'll be this. You'll be looked after. There'll be stuff to do because it's on the steam train showgrounds or some jargon.
The railway, I think it said.
Yeah, it's a railway.
Oh, railway.
In New
Okay.
South Wales.
What's that, sir?
In New South Wales.
Yeah, Maitland. It's just outside Newcastle.
Yeah, a bit far.
For you, yeah.
You should be able to make it easy.
Well, I got to Melbourne and back in 3 days. So, like, come on, mate. You should get to Newcastle and back in a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds fair enough. So
Yeah, I only got one day off a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Interesting. Yeah. Hey, you're in the delivery van industry.
Sure.
Yeah. You know these people drive those like Sprinter vans and Renault Masters. I think they're Masters, and Volkswagen Crafters. I think they're the words.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Any of that? Which one of them is the shittest? Where people are like, fuck, I wish I didn't buy this. It's a piece of shit.
I'd say the new Transit. That's just
Ford?
my.
That wasn't
Yeah,
what
the
you
new
said.
one.
That wasn't.
The older ones
That
are
wasn't-
okay.
You're talking
Yeah,
about
right.
the European ones,
Yeah, I'm talking about European ones. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is the worst. I don't know.
Okay, which is the best then?
Maybe the Mercedes is bad.
Maybe. Why?
I've just heard more about. I haven't heard anything about the Volkswagens.
Well,
No
do you,
one owns a Volkswagen. I know.
you want to hear a dirty little secret? The Volkswagen is the Sprinter.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, because you're in the Toyota crew, aren't you?
Yeah, they're affordable.
Yeah, and they're
vehicles.
smaller and they zip in better.
I like it.
Well, this is my future. How'd that go from? I plugged it in. Right.
This is the future.
This is my future plan: is to get a van and turn it into like a little house.
Well, you'll be looking at second-hand ones.
Yeah,
You're not looking at a 50 grand Volkswagen.
No, I'm not looking at no. Unless I win lotto. Unless somehow I miraculously accidentally buy a lotto ticket.
And then you'll just live in your van.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just have like Telstra Wi-Fi.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I like the 1999 Hiace compared to the 2010. Drove both of them. I preferred the 1999. It just felt like the seats were more comfortable, and that's just me personally, though.
No, I need like a big fucker.
I got a super long wheelbase.
Yeah, I need like one I can see. This is the thing, right?
You
I
want
want
a
to
transit
get. I want the postie like.
size.
Yeah.
I need to.
Oh, you want a
put things-
tall thing. You want a bed above the bike.
Yeah, mate. This is. I'm gonna do some trials. I'm gonna hire one from like a rental company and just have a look.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not just gonna dive balls deep in and just do it.
What do you
You know?
mean? You hire an empty van.
Yeah, I'm gonna hire an empty van.
I've
And have
hired
a
empty
look.
vans.
It's just an empty space, man. What do you mean have a look?
No, like
I mean,
test how it drives and all, and
Oh, they drive good.
measure things
Yeah.
up, and
Yeah, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hire one like off like Eurocar or something, right? Then I'm going to get some cardboard and I'm gonna mock up an
Yeah.
inside.
And then you're going to like design something and then you're going to mass produce it for everyone to have the same.
Well, that'd be good, but no, I'm just gonna mass produce it for myself so I can have something to hang out in.
all right.
You see what I'm getting at?
Sounds pretty good.
But what do you mean? Hire a van and then fit it out?
No,
Yeah,
he's
we'll
going to
hire a
measure
van.
it, all that, and all that, make it.
Hire a van.
You're going to hire a van so
Right.
that you can think about your future lottos.
Future lottos.
A lot of lotto winnings.
Oh yeah. No, well, what I need is the space. I draw it out in chalk, but like I'm really actually retarded and I can't visualize things unless I'm like watching it. So I'm gonna hire a van off like a rental van company, Then I'm gonna put the postie bike in the back of it, and then I'm gonna get cardboard. I'm gonna make like a shelf and stuff, and all the trimmings, counters and stuff out of cardboard.
Cardboard shelves.
Yes, and that'll take up the volume in the van, and then I'll ever get a better grasp of reality if it's actually a viable thing for me to push forward and do, and actually go ahead and buy a second-hand van, or am I just having a laugh and I would absolutely hate it and there's not enough room for me to exist in there, and I need to come up with
Oh, no, there's plenty of space. It depends on what van you get.
yeah, like a Mercedes Sprinter or something.
I like the look of the Sprinters. That's just
If you're getting one that fits pallets in, so
Yeah.
they're pretty wide.
They're about like 179 or something. I've looked at stats, but stats don't mean much.
You don't need to pay money to hire one. Just like
Hmm.
ask someone if you can have a look. Or go to a dealership that has second-hand ones and just measure up there.
Yeah, but I
Don't
want
pay
to.
money.
I want to hold it. I want to feel it. I don't want a salesman next to me going, "So what do you think, buddy?" What I
I
mean?
can do a good deal just for you, mate.
When you rent one, you're looking at new ones, and
Hmm.
that's not anything like what you're buying.
No. See, it's not really 100% about what's the cabin like. This is more about what's the space like, because the
The
volume.
space is empty.
Yes, I know exactly. That's how I need it. I need it empty.
Do you want to fill it up? This is what I'm hearing about Adrian Nickelodeon's one. He's like, I'm gonna modify and all this, and I'm thinking, I just chucked a box and a mattress in there, and off you go. What are you people talking about? I need some kind of masterpiece thing. What are you doing?
Yeah, well, just wait till you see, mate. Mine's going to be a tiny house.
Yeah, I can understand that. If you
I
want to live
was,
in it, you want to live in it like Cycle Cruise, and you have your TV,
Yep.
And pop-up antenna and your
Yeah,
surveillance system, huh?
no, probably a little less fancy than that. But yeah, same. Yeah, exactly.
Right. One of my relatives, they sold there. They had a transit, and it was kitted out with 2 single beds, and had like a little table, and had like a basin, and had like water supply and all. Like it's pretty mint. Solar panels on the top,
Mhm.
and it was nice.
So the thing with vans for sleeping in, I'm sure you probably slept in vans before.
Yeah.
Insulation.
Insulation. Every piece of metal is freezing if the outside temperature is cold or whatever, or it's hot if it's hot. So you have to insulate all the pieces of metal that you see.
Yes, correct. Also, there's you need some sort of like induction fan because they get hot and stuff as well, and you need to be able to suck out the condensation. So there's fans that spin. You can get fans that spin both ways.
It does get hot, like if you're driving many hours and then pull over and expect to sleep. Yeah, the transmission's heating the car.
Yeah.
That's why
I tried to do that, and I had to open the door and all sorts. Couldn't breathe.
Exactly. That's why you get like you cut a big hole in the top with a fan that sucks the air out or blows the air in with whatever is your fancy. And yes, you need it insulated. That's a must. If you don't insulate it, you're in for a rough trot.
Well, I was alright. Obviously, I didn't do it in winter time.
Yes. Correct. But
if you do, what you camp in a tent in winter. What's the difference? As long as you got your sleeping bag.
I'm more worried. I'm more worried about the heat.
Yeah.
The heat.
Yeah, I didn't notice the heat, as in, other than radiating from the drivetrain itself. The actual air temperature had no issue.
Yeah, but that's why you need to insulate the floor, the ceiling.
Because you're only there when you sleep. At least I was only there when I was sleeping. I didn't spend the day in the van or anything.
So yeah, mine will be like a little house, so I might spend more time in it than necessary.
Well, there's plenty of YouTube videos on this.
Is there?
Not just vans, but living in your vehicle.
I might have to look it up.
They're talking about.
I didn't even think about watching.
They do talk about what they do in their car when it's hot and things.
How to manage with pets and all.
Pets. Yeah, a lot of people have dogs. A lot of people with big dogs, like not little dogs. Not dirty old men little dogs, like proper big dogs.
Like damn.
Yeah. Like take up the whole available floor space when they
wake up every night. What's that smell?
Yeah. Dog
behind the scenes.
Yeah. Hanging out with a bloody white factory. Terrible. It'd be awesome, but then it'd be terrible,
Yeah. There's a love-hate
Well, you see what Cycle Cruiser did. I remember watching his video, whatever, and he has this dog in a cage in the van.
Really? Well, that's for its own safety.
Sure.
Is that a ginger beard I see, sir?
This is a ginger beard.
I meant beard, but okay.
Touche. Now this ad is not sponsored. Is a bee mead. It's really good. I've not heard of it. Yeah, it's really good. It's like a mead, but it's a clear mead, so it's not real mead, and it's actually pretty good. So it's like a less sweet and sour.
It says it's honey.
Yeah, it's like a less sweet and sour. What's that, cider? But because it's mead. So yeah, it's actually made from honey. Originally, it's milky. It's like a old Viking drink. It was made from honey and stuff. And
can you get that like Dan Murphy's or
Dan
BWA?
Murphy's,
Oh yeah, bro. Let's go and get some.
Don't get it. Liquorland. Those lesbians don't want it.
They're cooked.
You get it at Dan Murphy's, bruh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Get a discount on the good back with it as well.
Yeah, whatever you just said, I agree.
Yeah. Inaudible subtitle.
You are. You're bloody inaudible.
Yeah. So
So yeah. Anyway, that's my future plans. I think you'll understand more when you see it. It's less.
No, a
big.
house.
Hey?
A house on wheels.
Yeah.
So
But,
is
like-
this
Like
going
a
to
houseboat,
be?
except wheels.
Like a yeah, I suppose. If you're
Like a house
sure.
that doesn't have air conditioning. Unless you're moving.
Yeah, like a lot of houses don't have air conditioning. I was looking at it, right? I could get an ambulance. They all have air conditioning in the back.
Oh.
Hmm.
Do you have to park at a caravan park?
No,
For
it's
power?
called battery banks, my friend. Battery banks.
Oh.
You can
Hell
you can
yeah.
pretty much
And then you need your solar panels. There we
you can fit a house solar basically in a van, so you could run a bloody a proper fridge off it, but you wouldn't. But you can do everything. You could cook a kettle.
go. You want like
Kettle's
2
about-
solar panels on the roof, like 2 kilowatts.
Yeah, you can fit all that on there.
Or you could go just
But-
with a petrol generator, diesel generator.
No, you're a real annoying prick, aren't you? Imagine that. Imagine being that.
Imagine someone pulling out the front of your house
Yeah,
and they start their generator.
yeah. That's the other thing.
Ah.
That's the other thing. If it'd be more stealthy that way, you can just like pull up in a fucking side street and sleep. Like, especially if you keep it white, like blank on the outside, you look
Yeah,
worse.
no free candy on this. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Keep it white. Maybe get a sticker saying up a sticker made up saying authorized contractor. Hey.
No memes
Yeah.
are here.
Electrician or something, you're right.
Yeah, deliveryman.co and put it there, and then you can just like park, and you can park it with less hassle, you know.
Yeah, just stick Jim's plumbing on there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
But then what if someone has a plumbing issue and then they just go, well, there's a van outside. We might just see if there's someone
if they
there.
help us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'd fake it till I made it. I'd get out there. Oh yeah, I'll help you.
You're gonna need this subcontractor because he has the different tools. That will be a small fee of 25%.
Yeah. I just like make it. Oh, I see you. Yeah. Oh, the conduit's connected to the outline, and that's really not what you're supposed to do here. I can see why you've got problems. Sure. Whew. The pressure. And then
Pressure raining down on
No.
me.
no problem.
Next minute, get flagged.
Oh, you don't copyright us. Jeez.
Yeah, gotta be careful with that, eh?
Mm.
So, but man, it was windy today.
It's windy everywhere. It's windy up here.
Yeah.
Windy everywhere. It's like the wind. There's a
I met
wind.
someone that I haven't seen for nearly 2 years, and they're like, "Oh, I think I remember you." And I was like, "Oh yeah," and he said, "Did you go on a ride like this?" And I said, "That was the ride that I nearly died on." Yes, that is
Wow.
the ride. How are you going?
You got,
And it was-
that's lovely.
Yeah. So he went to Old Pack, and he just said it was so bloody windy. He was getting thrown all over the place.
Yeah, right.
So
Right.
yeah,
You're always at the old pack, you.
yeah, Old Pack, bro.
You're old pack rat. Old pack rat.
Yeah, it's just that, it's so convenient. Just hop on it and done.
Fucking not
But-
convenient for me.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
so yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, I was like, oh, instead of going to the postie bike thing, if I didn't want to camp, for some odd reason,
Mm.
I could travel probably back. But then it's like nearly, probably about 2 hours and 40 minutes to get back. It's way too
Right.
long. I'm better off just to camp.
Yeah, make a day of it.
Yeah. Well, it's 3
Yeah.
days, isn't it? So
Yeah.
might as well make 3 days of it.
Oh yeah, Friday afternoon.
Yeah.
Friday afternoon, and then
Are the
Saturday.
Groms allowed to go on the group rides? I
Yeah.
couldn't find anything about that.
Exactly. If they don't say no, then the
You
answer is
should
yes.
bring your leader bike.
It's a 1,000.
You
It's
can
all
bring
like
your
a
leader
one.
bike and show off.
You'll be right, Blake. Yeah, nah. Yeah, nah. Yeah, I'm sure.
Is this like a postie bike wheelie fest?
Oh,
Really?
it's a wheelie fest, tire change fest, everything. Burnouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like burnouts and wheelies when you go on the ride?
No, not on the ride.
No.
They're competitions within the event, but the ride, you need to conduct yourself within the letter of the law.
So there's wheelies. What's this?
So it's like you know the summer nats. It's like summer nats, but for postie bikes.
Mm.
And so they have wheelie competition. They have
Mm.
burnout competitions. They have
Do
dyno shootout.
Do they do stoppies?
No, it's a postie bike. They're lucky to. The competition is like distance. The record's 5 meters. Yeah. So no, I don't think there's a stoppie competition, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there's gonna be like soccer, I'm pretty sure. Letterbox races, you got to do like this weird S figure 8 shape delivering mail into letterboxes. Who can do that in the fastest time and stuff? So there's events. There's obviously show and shines.
Are
So there's
you signed up to this?
to these things.
Yeah.
No, I'll just go.
You're
and-
not competitive.
No, I'm not competitive. I'm not postie bike competitive. No, I'll just like go and like enjoy it. Let other people worry about the glory. Hey. So yeah, I'll just like chill and watch and film stuff and
So how do you make it to a wheelie?
it's really simple. What you got to do is you got to like hang back on it a bit, right? And then you have it in first gear, and you take off, and then you put your foot on like the back bit.
Have you tried this?
Yeah, and you hold it down, right? And that's sort of neutral, and then you rev it and pop it, and it's like doing a like clutch pop.
And you done that?
Yeah, but I'm real bad at it though. You know, some people just have the knack to get their bike wheeling, and some people
Yeah.
don't. Well, I'm a don't. So
Yeah, I don't do that.
yeah. So yeah, I'm not
I
real
just
good.
think it would be funny to see you do it.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
I'd fall off.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'd definitely crash.
Well, you did like a little wheelie at when you're at Old Pack.
I can do little wheelies. Yeah, I'm really good at little wheelies.
Yeah.
Just not very good at the ones, the good ones, the ones that
I'm
make.
not good at. I don't want to do any little wheelies.
I'm not the best at wheelies. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty crap at them, but I can do them.
I
Ones are
could
like
probably
really-
wheelie my 150 better than my M9.
Is that a comfort thing or?
I don't know.
I think like a bigger bike would do it better.
Well, maybe. How much throttle do you want to give it though?
That'd be shy.
It still amazes me how some people just like hop on a bike and they just wheelie and stack it by accident,
What?
like whiskey throttle, you know?
Oh,
And it's like then you see
unintentional.
some people and they're just like trying their hardest and they just can't do it, eh?
Yeah,
It's like how?
I'm that guy.
So-
I can't just whip it out.
I feel like that could be attached to a different sentence, just saying. Just
What are you
potentially.
talking- I don't understand. What do you mean?
Just whip it out.
Just I whip my car back and forth.
Jeez. Taking over the live stream like a boss.
Like a bell. Move over, ladies and gentlemen. It is RD time, and we're here at the Radio Moto live stream. And I'm not going to stop talking so no one else can talk because it's all about me.
Yeah.
Hey, shut up. It's all about me.
Okay.
You guys are fun.
And
So
we're
anyway.
epic high.
So I'll see you at the Postie Bike Nationals.
Yeah, for sure.
At least the day trip. You can just like skulk outside the front of it until they go on the postie ride, and then like just join.
And then
in.
just tag along, eh?
I'm sure Forey will be around, considering he lives in that neighborhood.
Yeah. In the hood.
Yeah.
He'll be showing off his extra CCs.
Yeah, he's got a bit of grum life going on there.
Yeah.
Too many CCs.
Oh, 15. Oh, I think we're not disqualified yet.
No, there's like 140s there and stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's a
no.
bit of-
I'm going to get chopped.
Yeah, yeah, you're gonna get chopped, Max.
You will, there's bikes there that will chop you. You'll be like, what? It's a post bike, this is bullshit.
I didn't plan for this.
The mad scientists out there, eh, that can just like
They turbo 'em.
and stuff.
I don't know if they're turbo pasty bikes. I probably do.
Yeah, there is one. There is some people have done it. Yeah,
There you go.
Doesn't mean it works or it's any bit faster.
that's true. Well, yeah, they
It's just
take
for the sound.
they take off and the head gasket just blows out the side.
Pop.
Yeah,
He's
But yeah.
done.
exciting times. Woo!
Very exciting.
Anything else?
Postie Bike Safari.
Yeah. What do you want to know about that?
There's one going on in October, is it?
Correct. Yes. In like 2 weeks after the Postie Bike Nationals, you got to get yourself to what do they call that place? Mackay, which I'm going to do. I'm going to get myself to Mackay. I'm going to go on that as well.
Yeah.
There's a big there's excitement and adventure plenty ahoy. So
Yeah, the only one
Yes.
issue that I ran into, if I wanted to do it, is that it would, even if I got my Grom service just before I'd go, I'd run into the issue of having to service it during the ride, which would be well, I could do it myself, but I'd lose my warranty then.
is yours
So-
still a warranty?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
how many Ks do you have to do before it goes? Do you service it?
Every 4,000.
Oh, because you'd have to ride it to here.
Yeah. Well, I technically could get crewed up. But I'm like, I might as well ride it and have the experience, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But this is me that's been like crazy. Getting it couried up so you could do the ride would be heaps of sense, because otherwise you'd have to get it serviced in Brisbane before you even got there.
Yeah.
Which I mean, probably possible. Probably a garage around here somewhere. But yeah, and then it's another 1,000 odd Ks to get from Brisbane to that. But yeah. I just curious because you're about to do 7 days of excitement and adventure.
Yeah, that's true. Wait, is it 7? I thought it was 5.
I'm pretty sure it's 7.
Oh, okay. Even more. Yay!
That's what I mean. It's like, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, if that'd be a thing, I'd contact them. I'd be looking at getting it couriered there because it's bloody too far if you need your bike serviced for warranty reasons.
Yeah.
And then I'd contact them and say, hey, this is my thing. Can I bring my Grom along? And they'll go, yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah.
And then just like get involved, mate.
The sad thing is that no one will be riding back. That's the only problem. I haven't found anyone that would ride back.
No.
Everyone's just getting couriered and dropped off and...
Well, you just get curious, mate.
I know, right?
Yeah, there you go. You could. Oh no, because she'd still be over. You still need a service, probably.
Yeah.
No, 1,002. No, it's not. Yeah, it's probably 2,000 odd Ks, huh?
Yeah, I think it's 2 or 3 or something. So...
Just there. Yeah, right.
Mm.
You get curious halfway back and then ride it.
Oh, yeah?
You can hire a van.
Hire a van. Hire a Mercedes Sprinter.
Hire a little van for $50 a day.
Hire a big van.
I just use my ute, though.
$50 a day.
Wait, how? Yeah, go and do that.
Yeah, I just use my ute.
Are you
So
the
the-
you?
It
Oh,
guzzles the fuel.
Strap it up on your fucking ute, you bum.
But
And
it's
put your
not
bed
the
on top of the
same.
ute. Put the bed on top of the bike.
No. What I'm doing is that I have like a tent that's made for the back of the ute. So I take the bike out and it goes beside the ute and it chains to the ute and then I sleep in the back of the tray.
There you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Or you could just sleep on the ground. Whatever.
No, if you sleep on the back of the ute, you know, it's just a little more fun. It's just different, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, then the robbers don't have to get it out the back. They live on.
Well, that's why you said chain it to the.
Yeah, I chain it to the ute.
Yeah, I know.
I've got a motorcycle chain. They can still bring cutters. It's insured anyway. You know, like.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, that'd be my. Yeah, just drive up here, you piece of shit.
Yeah, I'll probably just do that, eh?
What? Who's this? What's your name? What are you doing here?
Oh my god! Oh, who's this? Suspicious! Alert! Malware detected.
It's TFH here.
TFH2 in the house.
Yeah, it's like a replacement for TNT and Crash Bandicoot. No, you jump on the TFH and then basically a wild MT-07 appears instead of the box exploding.
Yeah, right. Well, blow me down with a pitchfork.
What's going on, RD?
Have you bought a postie bike yet, buddy?
What's that?
You bought a postie bike yet?
Man, I'm still contemplating if I should sell the MT for a postie.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, that's a better idea. Sell it and get a postie. I like that.
Yeah,
idea
then the thing is, like, I can save heaps of money and then I can buy the bike of my dreams.
Oh, we'll see. A little discomfort now for comfort in the future.
What are you talking about? Are you saving heaps of money?
Huh. What was that, Doc?
Are you saving heaps of money as it is?
What?
Totten.
What's that?
Aren't you saving heaps of money as it is?
Oh yeah, of course I am. Yeah.
Yeah. What
That's
bike are you
much
talking
as
about? Like
possible.
60 grand?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I can afford that Super Leggera that's going to be in Alessi in a month's time.
You keen on it?
Nah, I wouldn't. Here's the thing, right? I will never buy an exotic bike. I'm keen to ride one, but I will never buy one because they're just too damn expensive to bloody go ride in Grania or go thrash around. I mean, I wouldn't do that. Like, I'd be crazy to do that.
You're real keen on second hand now, aren't you, Tom? For your next bike?
Yeah.
Oh, bargain. You must have that much money already.
Well, how else would I have picked up my MT-07 if I wasn't smart?
No, you must already have enough for another MT-7 plane.
No, not yet, but I'm getting there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, bruh, letting down the team, eh?
How many years you had it for?
Think about. I've had it for a year and a half now.
And you haven't saved up for another one?
No, I was being stupid with my money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay,
Being a
that makes sense.
hooligan.
Silly.
So it's all disappeared.
So yeah, and if he sells the bike he's got now, if he sells Angel, then he's got that much more money closer to his destiny, his dream.
Yeah, indeed.
Of his second-hand bike that he wants.
Yeah. So what's wrong with second hand? Nothing wrong with second hand.
How many
Secondhand
people are
still-
watching right now so I can maybe talk about what I want to get? Three
Says,
people.
Yeah. But what you gotta realize is like this is like left up on the internet. So
Oh, yeah, of course.
Don't worry.
hey,
I wonder how many people watched the last one. No one even joined, so I hope no one watched it.
I'm like watching the comments. You see.
I hope
Right.
no one watched last week's one. No one even joined it.
Yeah, I didn't have internet at that time, so I was unable to
I did
join.
watch it. It was
I don't know,
hilarious.
man. I'll give you a hint, right? My next bike might have Öhlins.
Happy-
It's a
It
grom.
might have Öhlins suspension. It might a Grum.
It
What, the
might
rider's
not
life scrum?
also because some have not have modified.
Any Grom.
Yeah. So what do you want to Triumph?
I thought you wanted a caddy, didn't you?
Yeah, it could be. Well, actually, I actually have a list of test bikes I want to test ride. So I want to test ride the FZ1N, FZ8N, the MT10, obviously, 2017-09. I
You
rode
want a
Trends 09, so I
Z1000?
know what it feels like.
Yeah, and how good the new one will be better. Yeah, right.
Yeah, all there is just traction control and quick shifter. That's it.
Yeah, and revised suspension. And, okay.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Well, obviously the 09 has been test ridden, so. But yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm eating toast.
You,
Toast
you
with
want to
cheese.
test ride and get famous?
Nah,
He wants
it's
to
not
get
really.
sponsored so he can get a free vehicle, eh?
Yeah, you want to do all the test rides to make videos.
Yeah. It makes sense. Why not, huh?
I guess it does, yeah.
What am I doing here? I'm breaking things. Cancel.
Your
Yeah,
screen
I'm
looks all
thinking.
red.
I haven't.
Or is that the light?
I'm really keen to ride an MT10.
You should test ride a Ninja 1000.
Did you see how much they are? They're only they're 15,450.
Yeah, they're
I
not
thought that was a
much.
decent price.
They're not much brand new.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Blade legendary for
It's
brand
like,
new and
it's
all.
like
There is
230
actually one
kilos
for
and it's
sale.
1,000.
Titan gets a track bike. Technically, you buy one now and use it as a track bike until you get your fulls.
I don't. Well, no, but that's the thing. You can't make proper videos on the track with a helmet camera. You have to mount it on the bike. It's
Why?
pretty annoying.
What's wrong with your head?
Mount it to your wrist and just move your arm around. Just take your hand off the handlebars.
Buy a thing. The thing.
Our diesel red.
I know, I said that earlier.
That's
Hey, hey, RD, can you be Rossi on a postie?
Oh yeah, haven't you seen the video?
I think I have.
Yeah, when he was on Old Pack, I was behind him and freaking getting some knee down action going on.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, the bike stays perfectly vertical because, but you hang off it.
Yeah.
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 Oh, that'd be
Really-
insane. Is that because
really
of low
good for wet
seat
weather.
height?
You're wearing a seatbelt. Yeah, it's because we're wearing a seatbelt.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, boy.
A lot of people in New South Wales disobey the law by not wearing a seatbelt on a motorcycle.
That's so true.
What if you had two people on the postie? One was leaning left and one was leaning right, and both knee down.
You just
Yeah.
be going a straight line.
Well, you just do this with the handlebars and you still go around the corner. Depends how quick you're going and the sharpness of the
How
kiln.
fun is it to lean the wrong way?
It's fun.
I've done that actually.
Yeah.
That's kind of from Hell's normal riding style right there. Just kidding.
Yeah, no, you can do any errors that you do on big bikes, you can do on a postie bike and get away with it. You
Yeah.
can do what you like. You're not gonna
Wait.
crash. You're not gonna die.
So you can reverse your battery and all, and it's all good.
No, riding technique, they're very forgiving.
Okay.
How much does it weigh?
How much do they weigh? About 100 kilos or something?
Right.
97, 106.
Yeah, I think they're about 97, 98, I think.
Yeah, kilo.
Hello. Yeah, and then the Groms are like 105, 110 or something.
That bastard.
So they're mainly all plastic. There's no fuel tank to them.
Yeah, right. Oh yeah, right. But yeah, that's a postie. Yeah, so they're very forgiving because of the length of them and the 17-inch wheel. They're like
Yeah,
They're just like,
they are literally indestructible.
yeah, CT110s are, yeah.
Fire
Yeah.
from hell takes it through a lake.
They're made out of scaffolding.
Mine-
Mind you, though, I'm actually, if I get a postie, I'm actually going to do a lot of fucking around. I'm actually going to wear my full Alpine Star gear and ride a postie
Oh,
bike.
what a rebel.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah,
I'm
you
just going to take it to Mungo Marina and stack it.
yeah, because that's
Where's
that's
that?
the thing with them. You can do. You just have fun with them, you know. You
Yeah.
You can be a you can dick around.
Yeah,
on
so I thought, my last year of P's, I'll just have fun.
Yeah,
Why can't you have fun after you get your fulls though?
What's that?
Why can't you have fun like after your fulls though? Is there
Oh, yeah,
something?
of course.
Oh,
Of course.
right. I'm like, you can't have fun after you get your fulls. What's this, mate?
I'm just trying to make my green peas go faster.
yeah.
By downgrading your motorcycle.
Yeah, downgrading and
just like him versus Lycan.
because I'll be fairly honest. Like,
Okay.
I'm kind of getting bored of the MT.
But you're not going to, like, come interstate with a postie bike, are you, Don?
Oh, maybe I could go all the way up to Queensland on a postie.
If you do that, I'll join you. I'll join you on the Grom.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, no, seriously, I would do that.
So downgrading wouldn't limit your range in any way then.
No, not at all. Just gotta find out how many Ks, how many liters per 100 Ks that I'm doing, and
3.3 liters per 100 kilometers.
okay.
Just knew it off the top of your head, like, bam!
Yeah,
Like that.
Well,
that's like with a fully loaded postie bike, fanging it all day. You get like it's around 3.3 liters.
That's
yeah.
pretty good, eh?
Yeah, that's more than the 150, but I've never been fully loaded.
Yeah,
I haven't measured the Grom yet. I've been meaning to do it.
you piece of shit.
So,
Yeah. So I don't know if you know how to do the mathematical equation to work that out, but that's how far you'll get.
okay.
Yeah.
and you can always carry a jerry can. No one's saying that you can't. Except
Because a
from, like,
jerry can, a 5 liter jerry can is a whole new tank of fuel.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
But there's so many bloody fuel stations everywhere going from between there and Queensland.
But sometimes you don't make it far enough with the standard tank.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, like, from Albury to Sydney, the main stops that I go for are Holbrook, Gundagai, Yass, and Goulburn. Those are my four.
And also, you'll set on like 70 to 80 k's an hour, but you work out your trips at 60 k's an hour to give you a little bit of leeway. So, and that's how you work out how long it takes you to get
Somewhere.
from A to B.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you 60 k's an hour to do 800 k's, and then whatever that is, and then that's how many hours it'll take you to do it. Because obviously you'll go a little bit quicker because of the 60, because you'll sit on like 70 or 80, but then sometimes there's hills or you've got to stop.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, and that kind of like you lose a bit of downtime for hills and wind and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you work it out at 60, and then you sort of like get a pretty accurate time for when you rock up places. Yeah, that's how I was doing it. Just working out I was going to be traveling at 60 k's an hour, even though I'd be at like 70.
With my screw, I just calculate it as 30 because of how slow it went.
Yeah.
So on certain uphills, like it was really steep, like top speed, probably like 24 if you're lucky. Full throttle, full tuck.
Full tuck.
Yeah, full tuck. And all that speed. All that speed.
Full tuck.
Not even loaded up.
Yeah,
Loaded
right.
up is about 14 to 28. Oh, sorry, 14 to 18.
That's really slow, hey.
Yeah.
I was falling asleep listening to you just say those numbers. That's that slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the M4, it's absolutely fun. You can, if you're on the flat part of the M4, you can get about 55, sometimes 60.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah, depends how long you're going for. If you got more than a 3-minute stretch, you'd probably be able to hit maybe 65.
You can sell that thing. It's hopeless.
Yeah,
You know,
surprising it's street legal, eh?
yeah, it's weird.
But it's fun.
See, a postie what you can take on the highway. It's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, not one
shouldn't
of
be
those.
that bad.
Yeah, you just gotta check your six, get in the shoulder when heaps of cars are coming.
Yep.
Because you know how when cars come at you and they go around like that, like
Oh, yeah.
they don't predict the future that well, so they get right up into your bubble almost before they go around you, but then they get cock blocked by the car behind them because the car behind them somehow sees the future and changes lanes before they can, and so they can't. Then they have to brake heavily to get around you. So you've got to like look in your mirror and see that there's more than one car coming. I've got to get out of the slow lane and on the shoulder, and you let
Wow.
like cars.
Oh,
Yeah, and then otherwise you look back and you go, oh no, it's just one car, and then that car will just go around you, and like you can just stay on the slow lane. Yeah.
honestly, if I'm merging, I would just slow down and just let all the cars pass before
No,
I.
that's just when you're on the highway. 3 lanes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where you just want to stay pinned. You don't want to back off, but you don't want to get in their way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's how you do it with the scooter life as well.
it's an art form. You learn through experience. You can't like, yeah.
Yeah, I was going 80 in a 110 zone the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was getting paid by the hour. I'm trying to be slower.
Yeah. Right. Well, if
And for safety.
you'll notice it even doing 80.
Everyone
And
was passing me.
you watch the mirror, right? And you'll see
Yeah, it
a
was.
pack of cars coming, and you'll see like the one that gets close to you that should merge doesn't merge in time, but the car behind it does, and then it has to like brake, and then it goes around it. Like you'll see it now that we sort of talked about, if you remember. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't notice it then. I thought everyone was pretty good at changing
You'll-
lanes early.
You'll notice it. You'll notice it if you do an 80. You'll see, and on a postie it's worse because you're doing a slow 80, not a good fast 80, which you can do in a car. Yeah, it's like a weird machine.
Yeah.
And it's definitely even more scary on a scooter because, like, if you for some reason you just like sort of drift out of it, you know, and then you see someone come up past you, you know, doing like about 110, it scares the shit out of you when you're doing like 45, 50.
Yeah, I've and only a few times have I had cars sneak up on me, like a handful of times.
Yeah.
Usually I was pretty good. I was usually onto it. But yeah, I have had cars sneak up on me. Where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah.
You
I
wearing
had,
safety vests
I sometimes do.
No,
in that situation?
of course not.
You
I'm
on
relying on the
vests?
kindness of strangers.
I only wear a safety vest if I'm wearing wet weather gear because my wet weather gear is completely black.
I'm with that guy.
Yeah. This is a photo that I have, and I didn't notice this guy didn't turn his lights on until he was right next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ghosted up there.
yeah, he just ghosted up and boom. And this is what like talking about invading that circle a bit because he actually did come from here along this way here. Vroom. So, and I should have been over here because he just This
And
lane
there's
was
a-
completely free though.
There's a car coming now though.
Yeah.
But I see what you're
So-
saying. But if he stuck up on you, you don't know to move over. You know?
If you were a cyclist, he would be forced to give you a meter and a
Yeah.
half.
Yeah. I don't.
This is Australia, mate.
So you're on a motorbike, so that's all right.
I don't need
Yeah.
a meter and a half though. Like I filter. It's not an issue. I'm not a pussy cyclist. I just don't need you to hit me.
Lane filtering on a postie must be the bomb.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, it's amazing.
I was lane filtering like a boss today, and I was with a guy on a Panigale in front of me,
Oh.
and we were like, "Oh yeah, we'll just lane filter. I'm cool with that, you know." And then halfway through the thing, one guy got pissed off that he was lane filtering, and then tried closing me in. and I had to go out and around. I'm like, fuck, freaking dickheads, I'm just, yeah, it was annoying. And then at one point, I was like checking. I was in the right lane checking my left lane to go into it because I couldn't see out my mirror because ground mirrors are useless. And then the car in front of me did emergency stop, and there was like no car in front of them. So yeah, I did like a mad stoppie though. So
What'd they brake check you?
oh, I don't even know. I was like 15. My front wheel was like 15 centimeters away from the car.
I've hit a car before.
Sort of crapped myself before.
I've been brake checked and drove into the back of a car.
Gee.
Because postie bikes don't stop that good.
Yeah. Oh, it's like that with my scooter. It doesn't brake too well.
Yeah. Because it's drum brakes and shit, eh?
Yeah.
And the hubs are getting worn out because of years of braking. So like they don't seem to be as good as they should be.
Replace.
My KLR ones, on the other hand, are pretty good because they're a really wide drum.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah.
How interesting.
It's hectic.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
consider my next bike probably potentially having Ohlins and carbon fiber bits, and yeah.
You going the whole hog. You're going
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, possibly. Otherwise, I might be a cheapie and get something that has the same sort of power, but is more affordable.
That'd
Sort of
probably
like
be the
$30,000.
Just casually.
casual 30. Yeah. But hey, why not? It's
Yeah.
You only live once, so.
He's getting a Cam Man.
Whatever bike I'm going to get, it's definitely going to be fast, and it's going to have about 160 bhp.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Wheelies for days.
140 to 160.
It's a Grom with a Panigale engine in it.
Oh God! Don't even.
It's confirmed.
How about an MT10 with a posty engine?
That'd be
No.
kind of cool.
They post even an MT10 engine.
Oh,
Where you put it on the back seat.
in the back seat.
Just cut the frame in half and a bar over the engine and back to the front. Oh,
Back to front, upside down, in between. Do, do, do.
I'm pretty sure you can fit your postie in AJ's rape van now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, whatever her name is fits in there.
That person, yeah.
He's
Edwina.
whatever his fucking bike's called again. It fits in there.
Edwina.
Edwina, yeah, it fits in there. So I'm sure Charlie would fit in there, which means mine would fit in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he wants to put a bed in there. And you
yeah.
can just chuck a mattress there and done.
You gotta have
Done.
creature comforts, mate. You gotta
Just
feel
chuck
like
a mattress there and you're done.
No, because some people don't like climbing out of bed. They like just like swinging a leg out of bed. Hey,
Yeah.
and it's beds are more comfortable when they're suspended in the air. Like it's just a thing. It's just how we roll, mate.
This is how we roll. We roll like this.
And then you want like mega storage cabinets.
Yeah, and then you can
And
stick.
then you want the
your
kitchen
bath
sink.
under it. Yep, kitchen sink. I'm having the whole hog, mate. I'm gonna have a shower and everything in mine.
Inside
deep.
or the shower like it's technically
No,
outside?
mate, inside. We're going deep. We're going balls deep here.
Inside, you're gonna have like a tiled bathroom.
Yeah, mate. It's gonna be a fucking house, mate. It's gonna be.
I-
A house, mate. Have you ever walked
Has
into
to be
a
a
TARDIS? It's
sprinter.
gonna be like a TARDIS. You're gonna be like, what the hell? This is like a whole house in here. This is bullshit. I'm not even lying. This is my vision for the future. I
You
just
want a
need to stand
huge
in the
van.
to work it out.
You want a huge van.
Huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be massive. Everyone thinks so. It's gonna be.
You're gonna go 3 times big with like 3 axles.
No, don't be daft. You can just get a long wheelbase, like transit style van.
You want to get one of those super high roof transits?
Yes, it needs to be. It needs to be a super high roof. Needs to be
Yeah, because the bed's going to be above the bike.
correct. It needs to be. And
The bed is gonna be above the window height.
A postie bike, if you fold the handlebars down, is 60 centimeters, and then with the handlebars up, it's only an extra this much. So it's very possible with a high roof that I can fit the postie bike in without like taking the handlebars off or anything. It'll fit in, and I'll still have bedroom
Yeah.
to sit up in the bed and like read a book if I was literate. So
You
It's
could just put 2 postie bikes on top of each other.
I only own one.
You're gonna have one in supermoto trim
What
and
if,
one in
what
dirt
if
trim.
what if you put the motorbike above the bed?
I don't want to sleep under it.
Yeah,
It leaks a
I
little.
agree with him on that one.
I don't want to climb into bed. I want to, you know what I mean? But yeah.
That'd
And
be
see, and that's the
cool.
thing. I'm gonna sleep east west. Is that never? Yeah,
Does that work? I can't do that in my van. Like it's too.
yeah, because you
wide.
own you own a Toyota Hiace, mate.
Yeah, I don't think they're as wide.
No, they're not. These things are like they are wide enough just to do it, but like the thing is, I don't sleep on my back, so I don't actually need it. That thing.
Yeah,
But-
just
you can
curl
just
up.
crawl up in a ball.
and if I did need to spread out, I can sleep sort of diagonal. See, because by having it
Yeah.
in, save
Or
room.
you could just dangle your legs over the side and onto the bike
No, but
seat.
I'm sleeping east-west, you see, so it saves room further in the cabin down for other activities, you know. There'll
So
be
is
room-
the oh,
yeah.
Other activities. Would that include a female?
No, it'll have a garage.
no, the bed needs to be bigger.
It'll have floor space. It'll have cat swinging room. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be everything. It's going to be like a TARDIS. It's going to
What
be.
did you say about cats?
You can have room to swing a cat, mate. You can have room to swing a cat.
Oh, swing it. All right.
Yeah. It's going to be huge. Everyone says so.
So it's okay to swing cats as long as they don't hit anything.
Exactly. That's the RSPC's look at it. I've contacted Peter, and they said that is true. If they don't hit anything, it's legit. So that's
Do you grab them by the tail or their front legs?
I'd probably grab them by their back legs.
Oh,
Yeah, give it a good swing. Yeah. So it's gonna be pretty fun times. Like I can't wait to do the cat swing test. So,
Damn.
damn, it's gonna be good. So yeah. Just
The
wait
cat's
till-
gonna be like, damn! There's heaps of
wait till
room.
you see it. You're gonna be like, huh, you're amazing. Why don't you just sleep in a tent? You're gonna be like, wow, that's really fun. You should have just
Are you gonna pitch a tent in the van?
Yeah, that's how I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'll just put a tent in the
Is that
van.
what the floor space is for?
Yeah, exactly, for a tent. Be like, I need a tent. Oh, excuse me, camping guy. I need a tent. Do you have a tent there? Because I'm going to camp inside my van.
Oh, there was a Grom Squad ride on tonight. Just found out.
Why didn't you go?
Oh, I didn't even know about it. I was riding.
Oh.
So I didn't check Facebook at all.
Didn't you?
And I can't miss the stream because it's hectic.
Oh, yeah, they're going off, hey.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, they're lit. They're all lit.
They're totally lit. It's all legit. We're here on the stream. We can't quit.
It's just a part of living life.
Titan's gonna get a Duke.
You're dropping the chorus, are you?
No, I thought he was getting at the caddy.
Duke.
Dulka.
Oh, he's getting the 12
No, I actually, I went to the KTM with Donga dealership, and I asked them, do you reckon you can actually get a Super Duke in? And they said, yeah, they possibly can if they have more interest for people that want to ride KTM's on the street. Then
Well,
yeah,
They should automatically, they can get anything in.
Of course
They
they
just
can get
ask
it if
for a
you
certain
order
amount of
it,
price. Yeah.
If you order it.
If you buy it, it will come.
What are you hoping for a demo? Yeah.
yeah. Apparently they're pretty reliable. they say.
Yeah,
I've heard
no.
very different. That's just my experience, though.
Well, you talking about little ones though, Max? Or the big KTMs?
I'm talking about the little ones, like
Yeah,
500s
ones
and the
from
230s.
I told the dealer dude about riding with Tom's little fuck up that he had at Cape York in the Simpson Desert.
Oh.
About
Why
those
did you do
engine
that?
failures he had on the 690, and they say apparently it's something that's unheard of.
Is a freak accident.
Yeah,
That's what they all say.
It had water in the cylinder.
What?
I don't know. I kind of trust.
Off road, it'll get dirty and seize up.
I'm not going to trust KTM dirt bikes like the 690 Enduro or anything, but I have a bit of faith in the 1290s, the 1290 Adventure R and the Super Duke.
The Adventure R I saw in person. I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't buy one personally. I don't think it's my style. I like stuff with a bit of bulk to it.
Yep.
Okay.
Something that
But-
usually have glove
Hey, man.
compartments.
Honestly, I will go have a little spin on the Super Duke once I get in, and yeah, see if it's actually worth the buy.
How much are they?
Is it
20
worth a buy?
24,
Let's find out.
26?
They should be about 22,000 right away.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah, and that's the 2017 Duke too.
Or you could buy a Z1000 for only 15,500 right away.
I could buy an FZ1N for 5,000 used, and it would
Yeah.
have like the same performance as a BMW S1000R, only it's down on power. That's it.
What do you? Yeah, isn't that contradicting yourself?
Yeah, I just
so
felt like you just said the same power but lower. I'm confused now.
they both have the same power band, so it's like 6,000. It'll just pull like a rocket,
Oh, power.
and
Okay.
yeah,
I thought you were just like.
what is faster? What's the
Yeah.
more faster motorcycle? Is it the BMW with all its fancy electronics? Or is it
Need a faster
FZ1N
motorcycle.
with, all the with no electronics, absolutely none, no traction control, no wheelie control.
You don't need that.
No, you don't actually.
It's all a gimmick.
Oh, it's
I
not
don't-
really a gimmick, but
I don't use ABS. I don't care. We've had options to get bikes with ABS, and I'm like, not worth
I love
it.
ABS. It's great.
I don't trust it after using it once on. I can't remember what bike it was. It's bloody dodgy. Friggin' yeah. I went into a roundabout too hot, and I was doing a bit of a turn. I wanted to just tap the rear a little bit. Well, not tap, but ease it on. Trail it on, and it just ABS kicked in, and it just fucked it up.
This is why you need a Super Duke with cornering ABS.
Oh,
Yeah.
cornering ABS, how good's that?
I don't know.
Honest. I like
No,
that
you're
answer. a lot.
mid corner and you have to brake. Kicks in.
Next minute, you go over the curb.
No,
You stop.
Supposed to be able to go where you want to go with cornering ABS.
Alright.
Apparently.
I think ABS is more applicable to cars than bikes, personally. Unless you're looking at like that sort of system.
Hmm.
All I hear in the background is RD singing. What's going on? I had another browser open, so I couldn't see. Do you have your torch on RD?
Yeah.
Oh, right. That's why it's red. I'm like trying to figure it out. Hey, I'm like, it looks like there's a torch.
Oh yeah.
I thought you applied a filter to your webcam.
Yeah, I gotta get a thing. I gotta go get a thing.
He's getting a thing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Probably getting a sprocket to throw at me.
He's got to get his posty wheel to do some exercises. That's
He's
from his
lifting.
Instagram.
Yeah. For sure. It's definitely what you're doing.
O2 Big Kev's in here.
Oh yeah,
The side.
Big Kev.
Oh, on the side. Cool. Hey. Everyone's rocking up to this live stream today. It's awesome.
Me and Scooter Hoon are thinking of rocking up to Big Kev's joint again pretty soon.
Before the snow melts.
Oh, after the snow melts.
Alright.
And all is back.
Check it out.
Oh, the
Is
Ozma.
that-
I saw your live stream that was up and I couldn't view it. It was like, oh, yeah, it was going to start and it never started. What was
Yeah.
up with
Yeah,
that?
what the hell? What happened there?
Wasn't supposed to. Wasn't supposed to start. I'm trying to, because apparently you can live stream from this. So I was trying to work it out. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like waiting. I was like, come on.
Is
come
that
on,
an
come on,
eyeball?
come on.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
intelligent. What'd you say?
It knows that we're talking.
Yeah, you go like this. You're like, hey, excuse me, Osmo. See? And now it's looking at me. And then you're like, go away. Go away.
Oh, magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is
Look,
confirmed.
Kev loves the storm.
What?
What's he going on about?
I think he meant to write his bike name.
Oh, V-Strom.
Yes,
That's-
Storm.
There's actually a big Kevin in the house.
He wrote Storm.
Let's have a look. That's the wrong button. Oh, hey guys. Love the V-Strom. Woo!
Storm.
It's called a storm. It's Strom. 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 Yeah.
I call it V-Storm. Sounds cool.
Storm.
Anyway,
Storm.
this is my new vlogging camera, guys. It's going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, the DJI Osmo. I see.
Yeah. So not this round, but in the future,
What is this?
I'm gonna get this thing where, right, because this happens, you can do this with it. You can pull
What
that
is
off.
that?
Oh, you're going to get the Z-axis.
No, fuck the Z-axis. I don't care about up and down.
Oh.
You can get a helmet mount for it.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. When
Yeah.
you detached it, I was like, oh, Z-axis. That's all I could think of. I didn't know they made a helmet mount.
Yeah, I can get a helmet mount for it.
Oh, that's
What-
awesome.
What is that?
Yeah.
What is it?
What? What bit? What are you talking about?
What are you holding? What's that?
It's a penis.
It's a dildo.
No, it's the balls of the penis.
I'm worried if your balls or your penis look like that with a microphone stuck in them.
I thought the live stream was about like a drone or something. So it's
Nah.
like that.
No, it's because it was from this. This is a drone. This is a drone camera. This camera is on
Yeah.
like the
The
Phantom.
Inspire.
Inspire one. The Inspire
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah, this is the camera of it, of the Inspire one.
So you did win the lottery.
No, I did I did a lot of hours doing some
No.
certain thing, and it made me be able to afford this.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
I like it.
And it was
How
an
you finding it?
inappropriate acts, and that's why you can't tell us.
Well, I just don't want to say, but it's just that I still have my dignity. Anyway, moving right along. Yeah, so I got this. I could have got like another. I could have got like another one, another like, oh shit, like another Canon thing for the same price as this, but I wanted just to mix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
so I got this bad boy.
So
That'll-
you'd play this in public?
Yeah. Would you?
Oh, no.
Wait, come, wait. Osmo. I don't think Dodge likes you very much. I heard him saying that. He does. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, him. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So how quality is the footage? I don't know anything about it.
It does the magic 4K and all that jargon. It does slow mo. It does time lapse, right? It does motion time lapse, so I can get it to start here and go and do a time lapse and finish over here,
Mm.
and all that kind of fancy bullshit. I said slow motion already, didn't I? Yeah, the viewfinder is actually your phone, so I can put the footage straight into my phone and stuff like that, and obviously live stream to Face Bukaki and YouTube Bukaki. Yeah, so yeah, it's got features. I can change all the ISO and stuff in it, so I can change the color and focus and all that stuff. This is the plus, so I can like zoom in and it's got zoom. So it's like a 50 centimeter focus length. So I'll be in focus holding it as a vlogging camera, where like the normal one is 1.5. So I'd be like this, but I'd kind of be out of focus like all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So yeah, you kind of got to get the plus for that because it's got the extra like 50 centimeter sort of range, which makes it a bit more focusy. Not that you can really tell because it's got infinity as well, infinity focus as well. So you can just like
Just press a button on you.
you just grab it like this and turn it on and go because it'll be like infinity focus. Or there's like a mount thing that comes with it where your phone strapped to the side of it, which you'll probably see more photos like that with this strapped to the side.
Oh, it doesn't come with it?
Yeah, it comes with it. I took it off.
Right. I'm like, I swear it came with it.
It does. I just got rid of it. I don't need it. So
Right, fair enough.
yeah, and it takes photos. It takes, obviously high quality photos and stuff. You got the back. There's the back panel. So this is like the photo. I mean, that's the joystick. So you can like move it manually. And also if you pull the trigger at the front and push that's the zoom, the optic zoom.
How?
Yeah, and this button here takes the photos. That's the photo button. Click, and then this little red button obviously is the record button, and then the power button on the side, and then flashing lights for indicating it's doing shit.
How long
And
has this been?
Hmm?
How long has
it's
it been around?
I'd say over a year now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, fair while.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been around a while. And if you hold the trigger in, it locks into position, so you can put it in flashlight mode. And this actually gives you a smoother ride going forward.
Mhm.
So it's pretty, because it can sort of take a bit more like that, because this can rotate. So that's sort of like your Z-axis. Yeah. Yeah. But failing that, yeah, it's going to be good. Oh, imagine the smooth, crisp shots I'm going to get off the postie bike with this. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I sell a handlebar attachment for it.
Yeah,
As
I'm
well.
hopefully going to get that before I leave on my adventure.
You're leaving. You're leaving.
Yeah,
No.
on my adventure, but we'll see. You can't, because of the motors. You don't want to have it on your handlebars all the time.
Yeah.
Burn the motors out if they got to work that hard. But there's sports mode, and you can get a chest mount for it, so it like locks in there. And so there's different
Like
modes.
the torch.
Exactly like the torch. So there's different modes you can set, right? So it doesn't overwork where it locks in, so it doesn't like react as like aggressively to like all the motion. So yeah, it sort of counteracts it and stuff. So to stop the motors burning out. So I'd probably use that mode when it's on the handlebars. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna look at getting the helmet mounting thing for it. That would be pretty cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Is
yeah,
it expensive, the head helmet mount attachment?
yeah, I forget how much it is. I didn't look how much it was, but yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And how does that power up? Like, does it go to like an extension cable? Then you go route it to.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to get well, that's the thing. It's a two-part thing. You need to buy the mount that sticks on the helmet or your fucking shoulder or whatever, and then you've got to get a cable. Get a cable that plugs into either end to keep it connected. So
Right.
yeah. So that's
Interesting.
yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so you can actually mount the head. You can mount the head somewhere else, basically away from the battery pack, because the handle's basically a battery. If I shut it, yeah, you got them here, yeah, and then pull the battery out of there.
Magic.
Should last a fair while, that big.
Yeah, it's like an hour and a bit.
Huh.
It's like a GoPro.
Like
Yeah,
a GoPro, but the battery's 3 times the size.
yeah, exactly. Well, it's doing 4 times as
Yeah.
much. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that. Pretty cool. Yeah. So that's the that's my Osmo Plus, my new addition to my arsenal. It's gonna be
Right. And is there any footage that we'll be seeing of this anytime soon by any chance?
no,
Oh, okay.
not unless I think of something more exciting than nothing. But after
Right.
that, it'll be the tour down to the Postie Bike Nationals and the Safari and stuff. You'll see the footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You never know.
Sounds
Might get a
awesome.
postie bike in between now and then.
You might get what?
Might get a postie bike between now and then. Who knows? You
Yeah.
never know.
Yeah.
They must
Might
price
sound
it
like
go
a-
up more than Nationals.
No, maybe. I don't know. I'm just unsure.
I'm sure.
I want something fun, but then I
Do it.
want
Maybe I might have a postie bike next year.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. It'll be like a Postie Bike gang. Like
The
everyone
Grom is like a postie bike, but just with fairings.
Yeah.
That's how you got to think of it.
And fuel injection.
Yeah, I'm feeling
Yeah.
action.
And fuel injection.
Well, if I had a choice between the NBC 110, the new Postie Bike, and a Grom, I'd buy a Grom.
Yeah, I saw a couple. There's another lot that is being sold off with Pickles Auction, and I think that was, the 1st of this month. I think it was, and there's like a whole lot being 1,300.
Yeah.
So, but then you got to put like registration on it and all. It adds up. So,
The judge.
so yeah.
Then you got to do the cam chain and cam chain drive in them.
Yeah.
Mm.
How many
Oh,
Ks they go on when they're auctioning them?
Around the 20 to 30.
Yeah.
Like the same as the old posties. That's when they used to get rid of them. Around like 28 to 38. But these ones, they all seem to be chewing out the drive cam chain drive cam chain drive. So like you need to like fix that, the drive cam chain drive in them, because it stops pumping oil and then
That's not good.
yeah. So that's my one tip. If you buy an NBC 110 from the auctions, the first thing you want to do is pull it apart and replace the cam drive. Yeah. Unfortunately. Because they're not self-adjusting and shit. I mean, they're self-adjusting now. You can't do a manual adjust and all that.
All right.
Yeah.
The KLRs,
NBCs are actually belt driven, aren't they? No, shaft driven. Sorry.
Are they?
No, I think they're belt still.
No, they're chain.
Oh, chain. Sorry.
What?
Sorry.
Oh.
They're closed. It's a closed. They just have a full shroud around the chain. Yeah, and what's the cool thing about that is it actually does make your chain last longer. So your chain and sprockets, because they're out of the elements, they do last longer. So that is actually a pretty cool thing. It looks dicky, but it actually helps your chain last longer because it's out.
Is there any way that you'd be able to
I didn't know
modify
that.
one of those to the older one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd probably be worth doing.
What? Like take the motor out?
No. Just making a cover out of that one and adapting it to the older engine.
Oh yeah. You probably could, but like I said, they do look dicky.
Yeah.
Like they do look dicky, but yeah,
I'll just buy another chain and sprocket's all good.
exactly. But yeah, they do help your chain and sprocket last longer because it's out of the dirt and stuff, dirt and grime. So it's
Oh,
just
sand is an absolute killer for sprockets.
yeah. It's a real piece of shit. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're pretty cool in the fact that they're electric start and they have like a little fairing so you don't get wind in your vagina and and all that stuff. But like, yeah, they don't just have the ruggedness of a CT110 yet. You know what I mean? Like they haven't proven themselves worthy of the postie bike label to me. You know,
Yeah,
they're a super.
I like having a Kickstarter. You know,
yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah,
like that's one thing I like about my KLR. It doesn't have an electric start, but I love having a kickstart. I'd take a kickstart over an electric start any day.
really.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. Electric start's pretty cool.
that's kind of true though.
It's so easy to kickstart the CT110 though.
Yeah, it
Just
is.
one kick, it turns on.
Yeah, exactly. Mine's every third kick. You go 1, 2, 3.
Oh. Why is
Yeah.
that?
Priming.
Just because it's just got a personality, I suppose.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's probably just bringing it around to the compression stroke or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, it seems to be every third stroke I get it to start. I kick,
Yep.
brum.
And to just get like replacement parts, I'll just have to contact Lambda, won't I?
Yeah, tell him you know me.
Yep.
Tell him
Yeah.
I
Oh, so he can give me a discount.
There's a good chance he'll look after you a little bit better if you tell him you know me. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
Yeah. But yeah, failing that, there are other suppliers, but yeah, he's like the eBay cheapest. Like it's the easiest to get it from him because he's accessible, you know.
Easy breezy.
He's got a good not marketing ploy, what is it? Shop design or whatever you call it. Anyway, yeah. He's on the internet.
Internet. Yes, got it.
something internet. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you've got all access. You got it all covered, mate.
Nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about just chasing down people for parts or, oh my god.
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. There's more than you can buy tyres in Albury. I know that personally.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I bought a tyre.
Can they fit them for me?
Well, yeah. Anyone,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Yeah. Because I bought a tyre in Albury.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember when you had to come down to Black Box to go get your tire fixed up, and then you messaged me saying like, "Oh, that's that." This is when I just finished taking Winnie Rider and Tidy Wombat through Beechworth on their way to Melbourne.
Yeah, and you were like busy and tired.
Yeah.
And couldn't make it. Yeah.
I just came back and I was like, "Oh, you have time to meet up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why not?" You know, it's not every day you see RD in Albury.
Titan, you gotta go to Maitland and do the postie bike tire challenge over there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I never told you, Max. I'm actually gonna possibly be heading up to Sydney again, in October. I want to go to the World Time Attack Challenge. Yeah,
The what? Sorry.
the World Time Attack Challenge at Sydney Motorsport Park.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be doing that on the postie potentially, are you?
Nah, I'll still be bringing the 07 up.
Ah.
I want to go do Putty Road.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, jamming. That's the
I'm
new
talking
single
about
right
it.
there.
I'm talking with Curry Rider about it. Once I can get a place to stay. Yep. Let's do it.
Campsite, bro.
Nah, it's alright. I've got family up there, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick out a jam for you.
Oh, okay.
I've got my launch pad out. We're gonna kick up a jam. Let me get the right beats happening.
Oh, bruh. I got the Launchpad Mini.
We're gonna get the launch pad happening here. You ready?
Oh, man. They're great, aren't they?
Oh, we're kicking it off.
Oh,
Oh,
we've got strobe lights and all going in the background.
What was that? Oh, where is it? Oh, back. Yeah.
Is this going to be in your next video?
Oh yeah. Turn on the block.
Yeah, there you go. That's a little bit of launchpad for you guys. It's better on my iPad thing.
Nice.
Real good. But that was just a little taste, a little snippet. What I bring to the party.
Yeah, I got the Launchpad Mini. Freaking love it. I found I tried. I don't know if it's all Launchpad, like the normal size ones, but I found out that sometimes they have a double click on the button. Sometimes you click it and it will do a double click.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Really?
I found that the Mini didn't do it, so that's why I went for the Mini.
Because you didn't want to double click. You didn't want to put too much information into your brain.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't need this 3,000 word, 3,000 page thing. Oh damn!
Check.
Oh yeah!
What up, Don? What up, Don? Boom, 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 boom.
Cha cha cha!
Trying to go silent so they can hear me jamming. That's hilarious. I'm just smashing buttons, guys. I'm not playing music.
Hey, fall off a lot.
Hey! Aspetta.
Do you need some theme music?
Do something Indian.
I thought that was.
What up, Don?
This is where I get all my new music from now. I just make it.
Straight doing it. Boom. What up, Don? Straight doing it.
It's hip hop time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be back in a second.
All right.
Or JD and Coke. Who knows?
Oh, we're just having fun now, guys.
You reading the comments?
Oh, no, is there comments? Oh, sorry, I was too busy jamming. Am I being told to shut the fuck up?
Nope.
Oh. Good, yo. Is Bollywood? What's Bollywooding in his room right now? All the way into the kitchen to make a cuppa. Does he like the theme tune? He likes having a theme tune. Is that what it is?
What up, Don?
What up?
Check. Look.
We're coming for you, boys.
I just put something in the side chat.
What does it say? Baningo.
English.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
Boom. So you're putting these sounds in yourself?
This is literally Jake Paul's beat to his next diss track.
I am worried about J. Paul.
What?
I'm
What happened?
not.
So what are you doing there, RD? Is this like some mixer thing?
Yeah, it's a mixer. Yeah, it's a launch pad.
Do you put the sounds into it yourself?
No, I'm a cheap piece of shit. These are just like stock sounds.
Oh, I was gonna
But
say
could
yes.
you add sounds?
Yes.
Yeah, you can if you want.
So you
yeah.
can record us saying something and you can just repeat.
I don't have that intelligence.
Oh.
That's beyond my pay grade. Chat here. So turn down. It comes back up. Come back up. Comes back to bite ya. Oh, that's bite ya.
Oh, savage!
That literally sounds much like an RD song. Like it's something that's gonna be in your background music for one of your videos.
Can you get it a slower pace?
Oh, gee. Oh, let me have a look.
Is Mr. Fourflot gonna join the chat? Did he say? I didn't have it open.
Making a cuppa.
That's probably two. That's
Making a cuppa, is he?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, what's in the sidebar here? Oh,
Oh, I just opened up the thing. It says he needs a link.
we need to
A link. I'll do that.
Yes.
It's true.
It is true that you see this.
Oh, what the hell is that? BMW. That's cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That better? This is pretty damn.
Shizzle.
There we go. RD muzzing.
Nah, bro, that's even better than Muzz, and that's called dancing your brains out.
Yeah, I know.
That's still really fast there. Can you just slow the general sound down?
No, I can't. Oh wait, I gotta write a theme tune. Oh no, turn that off. Oh, I've broken it. Oh, quick here, coming in.
What's going on, Fall Off Light?
It's fucking great, that little thing you were using. What is it?
Launchpad.
Hey,
Mr. Love in the house.
is that an app for the phone or is that a little thing you bought?
It's an app for a phone and it's a little thing you buy.
Oh, there's an app for a phone
I'm just wondering that police siren before. Do you reckon you could mount a PA on the postie bike?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Bro, you just
and then
download-
play the siren through the PA?
They've got apps on your phone now. That's what I did. Yeah, plug it into that, plug it into your
Oh, yeah.
speakers, done. That's
Do
what
they have apps for the phone nowadays? How do I put an app on my dial-up phone?
Yes.
You gotta go contact the Motorola about that.
Hey, you should be street performer with that phone there, RD, by the way.
I could. I could.
You could. I mean, you got a whole bloody whole everything in there. Yeah, that one was cool. The flute. You know. Oh yeah. Yeah. Flashback to the 70s when all that was cool. Guys with flutes were had sex every night. Nowadays, they're like, excuse me, do you want to be my friend?
Yeah, friend zone.
I don't have any friends because I play a flute. Can you be mine?
Oh, jeez.
and one day, on Bandcamp. Hey, guess what?
What?
There's a video that's going to come out and tell you what my excitement's all about.
Oh!
You're going to the MotoGP.
I know, been there, done that. Almost kissed Wayne Gardner's wife. No footage of it, unfortunately. No, it's something that has been off the road for a while and has been scratching my head trying to figure it out. And I've got to go in today.
Woo!
The Z is running again.
Don't touch that button, guys. It's not good.
The frustrating thing about the Z was the wiring when I pulled everything off to do it. Now that I've put everything back, the coils wiring I have to do back to front to make it run. Huh? Basically 180 out to what it was. Now, I don't know what the fuck we did. But we put it back together properly, put it that way.
Yay!
So I think someone
Properly.
along the lines has stuffed it up at some point. Anyway. You need to erect a pole. Oh, actually, that's a bad way to say that. I was going to say, you need to erect a pole in your room and dance on it.
Good. I could make a living on a pole, making my own sick beats.
Oh,
I could make my own sick beats. I could be a DJ. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm a DJ making my own sick beats on my phone. Come pay money and watch me on a webcam playing my pole.
$99 a minute.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, whoever wants to pay, come get some.
Patron me.
Become a patron and get free access to my pole dancing.
Free patron videos. Fucking secretive bastards. Hey, I am a professional YouTuber, by the way.
You got paid?
No, I haven't been paid, but I was having a conversation with Max the other day, and we just had the idea, and I thought, oh, well, Google, how the fuck do I get into AdSense, where the hell is it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
I had a look at the balance, and I'm like, no, that can't be right. But it's right. But it does say that I have not completed one thing, so I cannot be paid. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm not completing that one thing and letting all that money accumulate.
Yeah, right. So you've made $100. You can get paid.
No, a lot more.
Oh, good on you.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
But this is like since 2012. So what, 5 years?
Yeah, but that's the thing.
So,
that's the threshold. You got to hit 100 before they'll cough up.
Yeah, well, it's at the point where I've got like $14 off to reach another 100. But if I complete the AdSense thing, I think they just might empty the account in my my bank, basically.
Yeah, they do, but
Like
also they can pay you. It doesn't have to reach another 100. You have to hit that 100 first to trigger it, and then they can pay you.
Oh, okay. Because that's another reason why I wasn't going to do it. You know, it's like, fuck, I don't want to wait to 100.
Yeah, no. I think once you've hit the 100, it triggers it, and then you can take out smaller denominations.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be the only YouTube channel out there that actually does not cash in.
I'm not a sellout.
I'm gonna leave the chips on the table, and hopefully they don't bust the bank.
Yeah, well, yeah. I haven't taken money out of my thing.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned it to the girlfriend. And guess what she said?
Can you buy me a ring?
No, it was more like, yeah, pull it out. We need to pay some bills. I'm like, fuck off. It's going in my towards a camera or bikes or something. Nothing to do with real life.
Yeah,
YouTube's
exactly.
imaginary. YouTube's imaginary. My mum said so. So all the money must be.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a dream, but a
Oh,
fun one.
Mum doesn't have the internet, so she knows nothing of YouTube and Google, but she knows everything about them. Apparently,
Right.
Weird
she's a
concept.
she's a know-it-all. It runs in the family. Nah, stubborn. I used to play. You know the programs you get, and you can mix your own beats and so on. They have some tracks already in there. I used to love playing around with that shit. It's good fun.
Yeah. I like having a physical item. That's what I like. That's what I like
You
about
mean
it.
like turntables or something, or?
Well, the launch pad is a square LED grid, and it's a mine is a 8x8. So
Bring up
Yeah.
a photo. Bring up a photo, you lad.
So
hang
you just tap it and it changes beats and so on.
Yeah.
Whatever button you
well,
tap.
you gotta load
Yeah,
up
okay.
and put it in and all that.
Yeah, put it in the background, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well,
Once you do all that,
it's basically what I used to do with this other one.
yeah.
It wasn't really a music creation thing. It was sort of a mucking around thing. This is way in the early days. You'd have a I think it was a picture of a keyboard or something on the screen, and you program that keyboard how you want as far as the beats that you would bring in, and then you just hit a button, hit a button, hit a button, and change over the beats and so on.
Yeah.
It's good fun though, because I used to have mates that were actual DJs with vinyl and all that sort of thing in the day. So I was always imagining, yeah, I'm a fucking DJ like that.
Yeah.
You got a red light in the background there, RD? Or foreground?
Red light district right there with the pole dancing.
His camera's RGB is a little stuffed up. Oh no, that red is flickering, so whatever it is, it's on your end. It's either that or you've dyed your hair redder.
They've actually had a price drop in them right now, so I'll post in the little side thing. It's just a link to JB Hi-Fi website, and they've dropped it down from I think $200. I think it was.
You gave JB free advertising.
Yeah.
I'd go through eBay though. Probably be able to get for 100.
I've advertised a few things tonight on here. No sponsorship deal. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There he is. Oh yeah.
Okay. So you set up the buttons, and then go for it.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can record like certain loops, and then you can add that loop then to a one, build up on it, and yeah, it's quite nice. I like it.
I used to love the people that were able to use their little Casio pianos and so on, but do this same sort of thing. You know, they'd load up a beat, running in the background, looping, and then they bring something else in. Then they play 5 notes or something and have that loop again. And actually,
the same software you can use with the keyboards. With the keyboards.
Yeah. I like it.
iPad generation.
Oh, what the fuck? There's a guy out there, a street performer. He does this sort of shit, puts it in loops. There's probably plenty of people. And he's an Aussie, but he makes some freaking awesome music. Oh, I'm just sitting at Google wondering how the hell I can find him. Amazing street performer. Gee, I wonder how many hits I'll get there.
But yeah, the app can link to your launch pad, so you can make it. You can link your app to it, you can program it and stuff. Hey.
Now with that, how does that go? How much does the app cost, or is it included in your membership?
It's a free app, and it gives you a heap of free samples. But then obviously you can pay for samples and stuff. And connection, if you want to connect it, you got to pay to connect it.
Right.
then it's
Yeah,
not
because I got the suite on my computer.
Oh, found him.
Yeah, right.
That was a quick search. Sorry.
I'm gonna have a look at this app that you're telling me about.
How do I use the Apple Store?
Type launchpad into the operator of your choice.
Okay. I don't even
Link
know
in the
who-
side chat. Check
Okay.
him out. But fast forward a little bit so you get the actual full, in depth him singing. But he adds all
I've
that
seen
sort
this
of stuff
before.
into
This guy.
Yeah, he's fucking amazing. That guy.
He's a beaten boxer.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, he does all that looping and all that sort of shit in his performing. So it's,
Oh, yeah, he's got loop pedals and shit. So he's doing it all right.
yeah, he's doing it live. I mean, I think he records all the time, but I don't know that because
They've got loop pedals. They set the beats up. You set the beats up live.
Mm.
So he'll drop a like at the backbeat, like the for it, like, and then he'll like put that on a loop, and then he'll move on to the next.
Yeah, he builds it up that way into the big
exactly.
thing. Yeah, but he also uses sort of not singing, but the sound of changing the sound of a note with his mouth, sort of thing. Think of throat singing in Mongolia or whatever they do. Yeah. But then he'll put that into a loop too. It just it sounds amazing. Some of this shit. Good stuff.
Throat sing. It sounds like something that'd be on Pornhub.
No. Google the.
Yeah, I know me.
Himalaya. That's it. Yeah.
Whatever they do. Tibetan throat singing would be better. Tibetan.
Sorry, I just had an image of the dirty throat singing. Now play a note, honey. All right, now let me change that note. Hello. All right, I'm done. Oh, it's terrible.
Yo, nasty.
I'll tell you one thing that's always kind of funny. When you mix JD and Coke together, all the froth, like you're having a cappuccino.
Yeah, what's the deal with that? It's got to be the alcohol. Forces all the carbonates to the surface or something.
It's definitely the alcohol because it only does it when you put it in.
Yeah. And it's, did you say bourbon or?
JD whiskey, mate.
Whiskey. Okay. Well, I suppose the girlfriend's rum does it. It's just got to be the alcohol.
Yeah, rum does it as well.
Mm.
But I find that the whiskey is slightly better at doing it.
Yeah, probably. It's got to be the alcohol.
Yeah. I'm checking out this application now. I've just downloaded it. Check this out. So how do I? So I just use like a OTGB connector, yeah, and then just USB straight into it. Is that how it works?
The One Ring shall be put on.
Yes. What? Oh, they flipped it.
Oh, Titans left. I'm trying to figure out his message on the side.
The One Ring shall be put on. I don't know. He's off to watch Stargate.
Ah,
Or Lord of the Rings.
Which Stargate? The series or the movies? Or...
No, the movie.
Which one?
The first one. There's only one movie.
No, actually, check it out. There are a few.
No,
there was Continuum and another one.
No,
it sort of bridged the later series.
No, I'm not talking about the series. I'm talking about the original movie that spawned the series.
Yeah, no. Yep, I agree. There's an original movie, but there's also another couple of movies they did which tied the series in, tied different series in, sort of thing. Because you know how they bridged off to Universe and yeah, the other ones, yeah. So they sort of bridged those in.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because it went from having what's his name, Kurt Russell.
Yeah,
that's the lead to
the
bloody
A-lister.
to bloody MacGyver.
Yeah, Oh, look, it would have been better with MacGyver the first time, I reckon. He was that role.
He did play well.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
the
the first.
it got real deep because old mate, it looked like he was going to shoot himself because his son shot himself. And then
Kurt or
Kurt.
yeah.
in the original movie, and then like he just has like a bit of a scuffle in a foreign land, and then all of a sudden he's okay. He's like, oh yeah, I am going to be okay. But they tried to go deep, but then there was no more character development there. It was real weird. Why is he such an ass? Why is he grabbing those guns out of those children's hands? It's not because he's responsible, it's because his son shot himself. Oh, yeah, that makes heaps more sense now. It's like... yeah, righto. Bit weird. They tried. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'm ranting about Stargate.
No, I
it's all good.
love the series. I the first time I watched that movie, I just fucking loved the whole idea of tying in all the Egyptology, the hieroglyphics, all that sort of thing with what he came up with as far as the concept of the Stargate rings and so on. It's just fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
But it really shits me how, all right, you get this series or this movie that us humans, oh my God, we find out that there's humans everywhere in the universe.
Yeah.
And they all came, and they all came from Earth. What the fuck? It's always like us humans are the best in the universe.
No, it's because an American producer produced it. They're like,
Yeah, good point.
The bit that it's not about me.
Yeah, I've just got an image of Nixon in my head then. God bless America.
Boy.
What's going on here?
Yeah, that. If anybody can tell you how much America loves Americans, an American can.
Yeah, boy.
I was having a conversation with the missus at dinner yesterday, and over here in Australia, we use needles to quieten down your mouth so you can get a tooth pulled, yeah? Now, I was having a chat to a guy in Canada, and he was like, yeah, we do jabs over here too, but in America they use, and then we were having a conversation about how Americans use the laughing gas, and they go all stupid. But the conversation I was having with the girlfriend yesterday just sort of commented to her that I wonder if the Americans with their conspiracy theory as far as the chemtrails, are there any conspiracy theories as far as what's in the laughing gas? Because they don't use jabs. Everyone else in the world uses jabs.
No, there'd be guys out there that wouldn't get any painkillers in the dentist. Actually, scrap that. They wouldn't even go to the dentist because fillings are there to poison you, my friend.
Ah, yes, fillings is when they put those radio receivers in and stuff.
No, but yeah, it's poison, mate. The fillings, man, they're controlling your mind. They're poisoning. They're slowly poisoning. That's what killing us, man. The fillings. They put the fillings in your mouth, man.
The silver on your tooth. It's not a filling. It's an aerial.
You don't need them, man. They poison you. It's poisoning you, mate.
You can get free broadband off a day.
The world's flat, mate. The world's flat.
Oh God, that theory. That's as bad as my thoughts with how the fuck do North Koreans actually believe that shit that their boss tells them. How does someone believe that the world is flat?
Well,
honestly,
North Korea is easy because they have no access.
That's understandable.
They have no access.
I still wonder how. Okay, you've been fed bullshit your whole life, but doesn't the average person have a brain that thinks more than that? But anyway, that's another topic because obviously, if you do think differently, you'll get killed.
Saturday night, I like North Korea. I'm a big fan. President Trump is an awesome dude. Go Australia.
Yes.
Hey, Fori, are you still in the side chat, little buddy? Because if you are, you should say hello because we need to change the subject.
You need to come join us, brah.
So if you could do that, it'd be great.
Guy.
Yeah, boy.
Boy.
Come in.
Come in, spinner.
I'm gonna have to play the Motovlogger Radio live.
Come in, dead ringer.
Because I've just got this image of you, RD. It's just your face.
Hello.
Paused in one spot. He likes penguins. Do you dress up as a penguin as well?
Good day. My name's Florey, and I like penguins. I sometimes wear peanut butter on my shoes. Who the fuck is RD? That's a fucking good question.
Yeah.
That's a fucking good question. Who is he? If you see him, point him out. I want to have a chat with him because he's a real piece of shit. A real piece of shit, that guy.
Why?
Real piece of shit. Ali is the posting Lord of Oz. And they shall bow down before me and touch where it's pretty.
I can just see you pulling up on a highway and your postie be like, "You shall not pass."
And that's
Mega highway going into Queensland is now closed.
Exactly.
We have this madman golf on the freeway with a Persian bike. Gandalf the Red.
Nailed it. What the fuck am I doing here? Oh, there we go.
Apparently said before he said that you two touched tips before.
No, you can't help me, sir.
Siri's like, have I touched tips, Siri? Or don't even know I. Siri's just a conspiracy eye.
I saw the advertising for Google Home the other day. How the fuck are you going to have? How can you walk into your house, the average person, and say, "Google, turn the lights on," when it's not plugged in yet?
Well, you can't
Anyway.
be average.
You're supposed to have it plugged in all the time, so it's
Oh,
always.
I know. No, and you're gonna. It's to me that's kind of false advertising because it's leading people to the knowledge that if you buy this Google Home thing and you put it in your house, it will control everything. But you actually have to rewire your fucking house so your light switches go through Wi-Fi now. That's the sort of thing, you know. So it's not just plug and play.
It's just a
Good
radio
idea,
receiver for your fillings, eh?
Yeah, that's it. It's a booster for the Wi-Fi to your fillings.
Yeah. You don't have a clear sight of the sky. It's like a GPS.
Mind control.
So who's going to war? If we go to war,
I'm not
oh,
going.
aren't we going to go to war? Isn't Trump
No.
going to drag us into a war?
Everybody signed up already.
I'm too old now. I don't have to worry anymore.
What war?
I don't know. North Korean Trump
But-
war.
Number 3.
Would wars really be fought by on the ground combat these days?
Oh no. See this war. I mean, if you look at the Gulf War, that was very laser, very guided. I think this one, North Koreans might have they've got the 4th largest army in the world, so they'll probably be boots on the ground, that sort of thing. But I think the Americans, they'll do their chicken little sit in their computer desks and fly the pretend planes type war. Oh, they might sit in the harbour for a little bit in their boats, do some fishing.
We're just going to use strobe lights from all the Sydney nightclubs, eh? We'll just blind them.
What do we do if the war does happen and it's a nuclear war? Does Australia ask America, "Excuse me, can we borrow some bombs?"
No, if it's a nuclear war, we just sit back and let it happen, and then we wait for nuclear winter.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
yeah,
Flory's on
wow.
the case. Front line of the meme division. He'll keep us all entertained.
The meme. The one, the only, the memest of the machinists.
How would we get to war, say it was a ground fight? How would we get to war these days?
Oh, ships or parachutists.
An aeroplane.
Ships, you reckon? You reckon
Oh,
like
really,
we'd
by
be like
aeroplane.
fully loading a ship up?
Have you ever heard of the Cerberus? I think it's
No.
called the Cerberus. It's it used to be the Devil Cat, the one that went to Tasmania, the catamaran, big huge ship thing, and then the military,
into battle for, he says.
the military
take the
brought it.
Grom.
Yeah, take
Yeah.
the Grom. Yeah, but you
I'll
got to
take
paint
the
it up
Grom.
camo. You got to paint it up camo first.
Okay, done.
Hmm.
Done deal.
Mount a couple of 50 cows on there.
Gee.
That'd go quicker than the bike.
If the world was at war, what would happen to like public flights?
Ah,
The word cancelled comes to mind.
yeah, if not redirected. I mean, the
Well-
world would go on. That's the thing, because we have this Geneva Convention shit where apparently you can't shoot planes down unless you're Russian.
You leave Putin alone, buddy.
Oh,
done
he's all right. He's done nothing. Just ask Trump.
He's all right. Putin's
I don't know. I don't know. From what I've read about him, I just don't trust him. Ex-KGB, now he's the richest man in bloody Russia. Fuck off. Everything goes through him. But anyway.
He probably owns PUBG, eh?
Well, every big business dealing has to go through his office.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. So he basically gets a percentage of everything that's going on in Russia.
Yeah, well, you die.
Yeah.
You get sleepy, bye-bye.
Smart guy, really, but yeah, not my kettle of fish. Greed.
Mad kettle, bro. Does it come in pink?
What kettle?
You talking about a kettle?
What kettle?
The kettle of life.
Ah,
The army will hand out Groms to every soldier. Actually, they would be a good bike for the parachutists. They're
yeah.
small, they're compact. You know,
Yeah.
chuck one of them out just before you jump out.
Nah, bro, jump out while on them.
The only thing is,
Yeah.
the only thing is, as soon as you get to the ground, you set the bike up, you hop on it with your full pack and everything, and the bike's
Yeah.
got no power to move.
Yeah.
They don't have auto clutches, do they? Centrifugal clutch,
No.
or do they? No,
They're
they
pieces
don't.
of shit. They don't
So
have
they've
what-
actually got clutch handles.
yeah.
Clutch lever. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like a real bike.
They're like a fake bike, yeah.
Like a real bike.
What was it, RV something or whatever, is technically just a scooter engine in a motorbike frame. That's practically all it is.
What is it?
Oh,
But-
also goes under, I think, DNA 200.
What is?
What the motor?
It's a bike. I'll try and find a photo for you. Hang on. DNA 200. I think that's what they're called. I swear they're called that.
Advanced postie.
Postie.
No,
What little vape gear? No, it's a
advanced,
motorcycle.
advanced postie is drones.
They're a 50cc. That's why it's coming up with other stuff. I thought it was a 200. They made a 200, but the 200 is the aftermarket custom engine in it.
Yeah, of course. Duh.
Yeah.
Everyone knew that.
Yeah. I'm just a noob, bro. How was I supposed to know this? Hang on, I'll screen share it. Screen share. Screen. There we go.
Talk, say something.
Oh, look, it looks like a bike, but
It's a scooter engine.
it looks like a bike, but I've got to really squint to look at it because it's so small.
So I'll try and make it a little bit bigger. There we go.
Are they
So, yeah.
actually twin pot brakes on the front? Wow.
Yeah. Looks like it, eh?
I don't know if they'd be 4-pot, but I'm wondering if they're actually single pot, but made to look like a twin pot.
They could be, eh?
Because they're tiny.
So, but yeah, it's a scooter engine on like a motorbike frame. Ridiculous looking, huge spring on the back because it's a scooter motor, and like under here's a storage container and all. So,
Those springs, I might be able to sell my springs that I bought online. I bought a set of springs for my XV1100 Virago, and when I got them, they're actually for a pit bike.
probably
Chinese
this, eh?
bloody- Oh, I got jibbed from eBay.
Why is it
So-
like heaven's like shining down on me? It's because I'm God like figure. Look at me, I'm beautiful for it.
Oh, heaven! The red
No,
knight.
it's shining up on you. I don't know, but it's down.
No. You're getting it wrong. Hasn't anybody ever heard RD say that the sun shines out his ass?
There we go.
By the light beams, I can see that your calculation is right, sir.
I can tell you that the moon shines out my ass.
He's obviously got no pants on.
He's a typical news announcer at the moment,
My groinal area.
wearing a normal top half and underwear.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bit bright down there.
I took a photo a little while back. This is what we would take to World War III if we were to take Groms. We would take this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Army
This is
Grom.
the Army Grom
Yeah.
version 1, 2015 model.
Give me a
Bash plate
KL,
and all.
give me a KLR Army version.
I'm just saying, this is one that I've seen in person, you know? This could be applicable.
Knobbies and everything.
Knobbies and everything. I believe they're Maxis, are they? Yeah, Maxis.
Okay.
Can't tell you what model they are. Let's
They
see what
Nissan.
models-
Are they Nissan brake, rear brake?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing fancy, Nissan, but yeah, at least they're a name.
brand name,
A
yeah.
brand, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like it's Ho Chi Minh fucking manufacturing.
And then they got the little bash plate, which is, I think, useless, but that's just my opinion.
Why would the bash plate be on the inside of the exhaust?
Ask Condor about that.
I mean, the exhaust does look like it's got a cover on it, but it's still going to suffer if you hit a rock.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that's also interesting, the 2017 model has this, but the newer, 2016 Pill Corpus, the 2017 in some areas, but the new color scheme Groms actually have the dipstick at the front. I found that out today.
At the front?
At the front,
Oh, I
here.
suppose, yeah. Well, the dipstick's still going down into the bottom. I was just imagining then that you'd have a reservoir of oil between the head and the barrel, but it would still technically be on the bottom of the motor because those motors are designed where the barrel gearbox end, the block gearbox end is normal. It's like the way every bike faces, but the barrels and the head itself is just coming out the side. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
So the oil's still on the bottom of the motor, the same thing, but the dipstick obviously goes past the front, not the back.
Yeah. And still, because there's not a see-through piece right here. I find that really annoying.
There's no Kickstarters on these, is there?
Nah, makes it useless,
Okay. Well, I mean, if there was, that would make sense because where that dipstick at the moment on that picture, that's where a Kickstarter would be. Actually, where the fuck's the starter motor? Because
right there.
The starter motor be bigger than the motor itself.
Close to it, eh?
It'd have more torque.
I mean, that bike itself looks like a starter motor for my XV.
Hey, hang on. Just remove this piece right here. Yeah, starter motor. So, yeah. That is,
cool.
I don't know if
It may have to be an official military version. It's going to have to lose the gold bits.
Why the gold bits, bro?
It can't be shiny. Can't be reflective.
What about these? Look at the rear sets. Look at the rear sets.
Hang on, are they the rear sets or the front sets? But they're at the rear because you're so big on a small bike.
It's all in one, bro. Your foot goes here, the back of your foot goes there.
Yeah, that's it. It's one of those deceiving looking photos where it looks bigger than what it actually is.
Yeah. So that is the Honda Grom, all summed up for the Australian Army. And we'll get rid of this fender and all, we'd get rid of that,
Oh, no, because you got to comply over here, remember?
Oh, we got to comply? I forgot about that, eh?
Yeah, even the military have to comply.
Oh, man, hard life, eh?
What do the military do with their headlights?
What do you mean?
How do they make them stealth while still projecting light?
Oh, no. Well, look at the World War II ones. They just have a slit. Yeah, that's an idea. They just grab a pair of fucking night vision goggles and turn the lights off. Go for a drive.
Yeah, they have infrared floodlights.
Just don't drive where there's going to be oncoming cars.
Yeah.
Freaking blinded.
No, but you can actually get infrared floodlights and all. for cars.
Yeah, but
They use that with night vision goggles.
I was going to say because infrared by itself is useless, but yeah, you got to use it with the goggles.
Oh, well, we can't see it. Oh, yeah, mate, got infrared lights. Are they on? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, you got these new spotlights. Check them out. What'd you do that for? I couldn't see.
The boss said I could see, nah.
The
So,
guy on eBay said that'd work.
time for my
So,
little adventure today.
Aldi has a bit of a special on bike gear. Has anybody actually seen the gear they've got at the
They
moment?
actually made a mistake with posting up about the jacket. They posted up for $40, I think, and then they changed it. Yeah,
Yeah, but if you take in the original ad,
they're
They've got
not
one
accepting it.
no, they have to by law if
Yeah.
you bring in the ad and it's printed.
No, it was just on
They
Facebook.
should. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. That I don't know. I'm talking about the traditional,
Oh,
subject
yeah.
mail.
If it's printed, yeah, they have to accept.
Yeah. Digital and electronic and all that.
Yeah, useless.
Delete picture, reinsert this one.
Yeah.
Job done, fixed.
So that's like even when if you go to places, they won't even price check on your phone. They will just price check on their computers to make sure.
Yeah, it's fair enough. No, I heard the advertising, heard the prices, and thought to myself, "Oh God, they're probably cheap shit." And then I had an SMS from a mate that, "Hey, I'm Aldi at the moment. I'm about to buy some gear." And all I sent him in the message was, "Make sure it's double stitching, and if it says it was made in Pakistan, don't buy it." They're very popular for the your shoey and brands. Mental block for brand names. All your
Alpine
whiz
Star.
bang, all your Alpine Star leathers, all the whiz bang leathers. Not all of them, but there's some coming out from Pakistan that's thin, single stitching. You can basically pull it apart with your hands.
Yeah.
So it's not a flooding the worldwide market, but there are some areas of the world.
Beware.
Yeah, just
Well, that was
beware.
one thing that between the difference between getting my L's twice, the first one that I actually went to, they actually gave me a booklet on what to look for, like stitching and all.
Oh,
and
really?
And the different types of stitches and which one are best, and
This was like
different
a
types one.
government roads corp thing that gave you this information.
Well, all the L's and P testings are all privately owned.
Oh, so it was them that was doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
But still,
So-
it's still good that someone's doing that because,
Yeah.
I mean, you go and get your license, you go and get what you think is gear because it says motorcycle gear, but yet it's not even strong enough to use up at the snowfields, It's,
Yeah.
I mean, the only time you're going to find it is when you're sliding down the road, but that's the time you want to know it's going to work.
Well,
At
that's
least
one thing.
At least once.
Yeah. Well, that's why I bought bullet pants again, because I crashed in them and they held up. So that's
Well, you
why I was
can't
like,
not
I'm buying
have
them.
pants.
Oh well, that's true. I'm just saying.
Well, you can get cheaper grades of the Kevlar. I found that out after I bought a cheap freaking pair of Kevlar jeans.
Yeah.
But at the moment, those Kevlar jeans that I'm talking about, they're like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old. They've got holes all the way up and down the legs. So I'm actually at the moment unpicking the Kevlar off the jeans themselves,
Yeah.
and I'm going to stitch them onto a pair of long johns.
Well, textile usually has an expiration date, sort of in a way. They'll usually give you a guideline, maybe 2 or 3 years.
Ah, good point. Because washing
So-
and everything else breaks down the fibers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where leather is dependent on,
Leather
elements.
lasts. Yeah,
but
exactly.
will last 10 plus years, depending on if you look after it.
100. You
Yeah.
pick up a 100-year-old jacket, it might be stiff as a board, but it's still going to last. Well, it'll last down the road, but not as much as supple, moving whatever. Yeah, that natural fiber is better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cordura's pretty good. If you can get anything with the official 3M Cordura material, that stuff's all right. But once again, it comes down to the stitching of it as well. But that material is I think Dry Rider had something I read once that it was rated to like 120 kilometre an hour, certain amount of seconds abrasive rating or something.
Yeah.
Which not the same as leather, but it's up there, you know.
Like my gloves were pretty good as well, you know, my summer gloves. I was quite impressed with them when I crashed, you know.
Leather or
No.
Cordura?
Yeah, they're just like textile.
I'm going to throw it out there that I'm
Can't remember
90% confident that it's Cordura, the material.
Yeah, let me look it up actually.
Very popular. If it's going to be a non-leather material, but it's that wintry sort of jacket sort of material, it's most likely going to be Cordura. 3M make shitloads of money on that stuff. What gloves you got, Forey?
Don't look at the light, Addy.
What's he looking at the light for? Oh, jeez. I just swap when I see that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you're crazy.
What are you boys doing? I've just been sitting here looking at fancy photos on my phone.
Really?
Hey,
Just been looking at boys on my phone.
hey, it's been a nice day to be.
Forrest says latex gloves.
Latex gloves. I just had an image of someone on a motorbike. Latex gloves, latex pants, latex top. You know, dressed up like a bicyclist.
Yeah. No, but latex gloves
Motocross
under
gloves.
real gloves make them waterproof.
Yes, I think the Planet Ride. I actually took a pair of gloves. I was talking to Mr. Combi about it, and he was like, "Yeah, try them out. It works, bloody oath, bro." Not for the water, but for the cold.
Windproof.
And yeah, I was bloody impressed.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking, all right, the material itself, the thermal transfer, it would be, you know, instant. I mean, how can you insulate cold coming into your hands? But because it's the trapped heat from your hands, it's protecting it in a way. So yeah,
and also the wind chill is evaporation as well. It's not all just cold touching you. Like you do produce heat. So yeah.
Yeah, true.
It works. I've been there.
The cold's sucking the heat off. Yeah, technically the cold is sucking the heat off you, isn't it?
No, the heat's warming up the cold.
Yeah, but the transference of the temperature, basically the heat's getting sucked off you.
No, I thought the cold was in here.
I don't know. We're talking thermodynamics here.
Yeah, I'm about to say thermodynamics then.
I just think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, every race. What, even in the hot races, Flurry? Surely not in the summer races. Unless Valentino Rossi just loves the feeling of latex on his body. Oh. Well, apparently he wears them every race. I don't know about the summer ones, though. No, he does. Okay. Mind you, I saw a freaking Mick Doohan once walking around without leathers, you know, normal clothes, all that sort of thing. And he looked all scrunched up like he was in his leathers, you know, and his armor was sort of holding him in that scrunched up position. It wasn't that bad, obviously, but he had that look about him. But that's all because when they get their bloody bones fixed and all that sort of thing, they're favouring the bike position.
They do, yeah.
So I would imagine that Valentino, at his level of racing, the amount of crashes that he's had, he's probably, you know, he's got to protect his hands from all that fucking arthritis, from all the broken bones in his life.
Definitely.
Well, it's been a good chat, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm going to go. I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm hanging up.
Oh.
Goodbye, my friend.
Goodbye, my lover. Wait, I'll leave you. Wait,
It was a fun ride.
I'll leave you. I'm going to drop some sick beat from my
Beatniks your way out.
Yeah, I'm going to stick beat my way out. Let me just find the right sick beat.
Oh, there's one last thing you've got to put in this little mix that you're doing. The very last thing. RD has left the building.
I'll leave that up to you.
Oh, I can see the fire twirlers now. Oh, that was like a
And
main
he's left the building!
that was like a main chorus bit. I was waiting for
Yeah.
a couple more buttons to wind it up. It was like he was just getting into the beat, and then he's like, "Cut it."
He
Oh,
trolled
he's-
us
he-
hard.
He's a tease. He's a tease. That one. I wonder if he treats his women the same. You know, halfway through, and he's like, "No, that's enough. I'm going." Make you want me more. See ya, D.
See you tall.
Goodbye. Love you long time. You'll come back
Aw.
soon.
Come back soon, long time.
I gotta watch those jokes nowadays. This whole politically correctness thing. I used to love doing accents, but now it's you gotta if you do a little funny accent, you gotta have a prepared apology after it. Because someone's gonna take offence.
Oh, everyone's going to take offense about anything, really, when you think about it these days.
True. There's always someone in a crowd that
Thin skin like latex gloves. Why am I yawning?
Yeah, I almost didn't get on. I was actually in bed trying to go to sleep because I was dead dog tired. But I'm lying there, the eyes closed, and I'm thinking I'm just not falling asleep.
There's something I need to do.
No, I knew I'd have to do damage control and send you a message tomorrow and say sorry, man, I wasn't on, blah blah blah.
All right.
But that's when I say I was just freaking lying in bed like a zombie, eyes closed, not falling asleep. And I thought, fuck it, get on the Motovlogger hangout. They'll bore you and make you fall asleep. No.
Spitting out random numbers and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Faux show.
For sure. Good sir.
Someone needs to make a list or a count of how many vlogger channels out there are.
I think there's ones that just they don't even put vlogger in the name, and there's they don't even put motorcycle in the thing. So I think that'd be quite hard. I think.
Yeah. Well, I just, in the suggested videos on the side, I mean, I was just scrolling down just then, and fair enough, it's got suggestions for algorithms for the types of videos I'll be watching. So there's Debbie Does Dallas and Michael Jackson's Chimp Does the Security Crew and all that sort of stuff. No. But no, there's other ones like, if I can, just lots of different name vlogger type ones that I've never heard of. Not that I know everyone, but I just had the thought there that I wonder how many channels specifically for motorcycle vlogging.
So we're going to have a marriage laws postal vote.
Oh, crikey.
Equality stuff that's costing us a bloody fortune when it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Why can't we just put that to something useful?
Seriously, look, Australia follows the lead of the fucking America and the rest of the world anyway. So why don't, rather than spend the money on this whole postal vote, why don't we just go, oh, well, we're going to follow everyone else anyway, so yeah, it's changed.
Yeah.
New Zealand, it's legal.
Yeah, it's changed.
New Zealand, it's legal. Tasmania, it's not legal, but it's been typical. It is, No, I'm kidding.
They got different laws.
Oh, no, it was illegal to butt-fuck someone right up until recently, apparently. I don't know
Wait,
when.
what if it was a male-female relationship, though? How does that work?
No, male.
Right.
Yeah, sodomy
I'm
type law.
I'm just like, what if it was a male and female? Does that trigger another law in itself. Who knows?
I don't know, but it's kind of funny though, because let's say you committed sodomy and you got caught by the authorities. Where are they going to put you? They're going to put you in jail. Now, what do all the other jailbirds do straight away? They butt fuck you. I mean, not any viewers out there that are from, prisons. I'm not saying that's the norm. It's just what I've seen in the movies. How's that?
Yeah.
Or maybe I should just stop watching those type of movies.
Where are you
But I
watching
thought
these movies, sir?
I was going to say, I thought Pornhub was a movie sharing website.
Oh, you can post motovlogs up there.
Riding vlogs, yeah.
Yeah. There's bloody Call of Duty videos on it. Why not?
Hey,
There's Call of Duty videos on it.
what, like cosplay type thing?
No, like Call of Duty gameplay.
On Red Porn, New Porn, and whatever porn sites.
Yeah. One of my mates shared it in like a kick chat, and I clicked on the link, and I was like, "What's this?" And it was like someone getting in Modern Warfare 3 getting a nuke strike or whatever. So
That's funny. I suppose you can put
it does
video
violate their terms and conditions, I believe, because it's not sexual. But then I guess you
That's
could get
kinda
away
funny.
with it being a fetish, I guess. Can that be a fetish, getting a kill streak in Call of Duty? It could be.
You could call anything a fetish nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people out there that there is an actual fetish and there's a proper name for it and everything. They love a physical object, like a bridge, for instance. They will go every day and kiss that bridge and hug it, and it's an actual love affair inside their head.
Oh yeah, it was
So
like
there's conditions out there. So
My Strange Addictions or whatever. There was like this guy that was in love with his car. He's like, "I love your car," and just kissed it on the front. It's like, what the fuck?
well, my first question is it a manual or an auto?
I don't even know. I just switched channel after that. I was like, "Nah, that's too weird, mate."
Because I know there's a video out there of a girl loving her car and it's a manual.
No, I've seen that video before.
I want to know, how does she reach the clutch pedal when she's changing gear?
Maybe she uses her arms.
Oh, boy. Are we still alive?
Yeah.
Should we have an 18 rating on the on the description?
Yeah, probably
No,
should.
blame it on YouTube or Google, because they got rid of the Google effects, so we can't beep out things anymore.
You have to do it all in editing. This sucks.
Yeah, but you're live.
Oh no!
It's hard to edit when it's live. Well, not really. Actually, my brother mentioned something about he's going to give me all his old bloody I can't say editing gear, but I probably should say editing gear. When you're doing a live gig and you've got the different camera feeds into your different screens on your deck in front of you, and you've got the switches to switch between the cameras and so on.
Yeah.
That's the shit I'm talking about. He's getting rid of all that. And
All right. Gee, that would be worth probably a pretty penny.
well, I think he's thinking that I'll just, rip it apart and put the copper bits in the copper pile that I've got in the metal pile, and, eventually take it down and cash it in. I think that's what he might be thinking. But my first thought was fucking eBay.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. Even if it's old, someone will buy it.
Yeah.
Some
Or
third
you
world
find that
country that
people-
can't afford a new one.
Yeah, or just people that are into
Community
vintage
radio?
cameras.
Yeah, community TV, yeah.
And there's a lot of HDV cameras, out there, and you can have the Nest
Yeah.
running out to switches.
Nah,
And,
he's got a couple of the 2 or 3. No, I think he's got 2 and a box of bits of like your used cameraman type, those sort of cameras. He's got 2 of those in cases, but they were not on the list. They were like hands off.
yeah.
I want to grab one of those. I mean, shit, cameras Channel 31 was using 10 years ago, they're still using nowadays.
Yeah.
Still HDD, all that sort of whiz-bang quality. They still use tapes. It was HD before HD was HD type thing, or quality-wise anyway.
Well, that's
Although
the thing, you know. We're still using HDV cameras, you know, in Sydney and all that. You know,
I did see this scrum of reporters the other day. I don't know what the hell it was, but there was a camera guy had on his shoulder, but it had the big boom mic, right? It had a bloody a light source on it. I didn't look at it properly, and it was only a snippet, so I didn't get a good look. But it looked like everything was there, and then he's got his actual iPhone mounted, and everything was plugged into that. That's what it looked like. You know, it had all the other black bits, and the camera itself was still on his shoulder. But instead of having a massive body in between, it just had a frame with a bloody iPhone or whatever the hell it was just mounted in there.
Are you sure it was an iPhone?
It was a phone on its side. I didn't see any Apple thing when I shouldn't even be saying that brand.
That's all.
Hey?
I'm thinking it could be like a little field monitor, like a small HD or whatever.
Yeah, but it was fake. Yeah, actually, maybe he was using it as a screen.
Yeah, because normally they have it
or as a backup. It could. My first thought was a backup camera. Because, like I say, I didn't see the camera properly, but I saw the quick snippet of the mic, the light, and then I focused on that white phone that was mounted on a little mount thing. But it could have been a phone mounted on the top of the camera. This was one of my thoughts that I had possibility-wise. Okay, he's got his camera on his shoulder, but he's also got a phone camera on top of the camera just in case the camera fucks up.
Right.
That's just a thought I had, you know, backup camera.
Yeah, I don't know
who in Channel has ever had some some gear stuff up, you know?
Well, Channel 7 keeps a backup on them.
Yeah, okay.
At all times. They keep it in their SVU, you know, their car and all, and they keep it in the
van, yeah. Oh, yeah, they'd have backups in the van, yeah.
Yeah. They rarely bring it in, like, even if it was only a couple of meters, because I did a little bit of work with Channel 7 for the footy. You probably see me on the TV, and you probably don't even realise, eh?
You're looking at the camera going, "Hi, Australia, you can't recognise me."
Pretty much, eh? So oh, there's one bit that was cut out of the news because there's one chick in the background just randomly walking past, goes, and we had to take a second just not to like crack up, and it's just hilarious. That was that would have been, I can't think of the date now. I can think of the date a little bit later on, but yeah,
when I was like back in the day, just after the war, from memory.
But you know, you see people and they complain about not having, I don't have a sturdy enough thing for my lights or whatever, you know, like on forum sites and that. And it's just like, you look at what Channel 7, Channel 9 has better gear, my opinion, all subjective, but price cutting and all is a thing. But Channel 7, you know, their light stands are just, you know, $15 light stands, you know, they're not Frodo $40 ones, you know, and they're not actually, very strong at all, but they do the job.
One of the toy runs here, there was a camera crew set up on the exit of the exhibition buildings. So when we took off, you know, officially starting it from the city, it filmed us all leaving. Now, it got a really good shot of me going past. And
I remember you sharing the link.
Yeah, Channel 7, Channel 9, and I think Channel 10 had the same footage, all of them. And when I sent an email to Channel 7 to say, "Hey, do you mind if I borrow the footage?" even though they sent back saying no. And then when I saw it on Channel 9, it was the exact same angle, the exact same footage. And I thought, well, fuck you. All you guys are buying it off an independent guy anyway, so screw you. So I used it anyway. But that particular story, it was an independent media company footage to the different networks. So it's not always 7, 9, or 10 or whoever doing the actual filming.
Yeah. And yeah, like sometimes they would get people in as like secondary camera users as well. You know, like they won't be Channel 7 people; they'd be subcontractors.
Yeah,
as
my
well that
brother's done work for Channel 10 at the footy at Etihad, or when it used to be Telstra Dome. But yeah, he's just a freelance type thing. But he would have been producing, not filming.
Yeah.
He's not a cameraman. He's higher than that.
I can't remember. One of the guys that I ride with, his son was a camera operator for Channel 10, and he was filming some. I can't remember what. It was one of the finales for football or whatever, and he was on a Segway, and he stacked it on the Segway and broke the camera.
Oh my god, they're like 5 to 10 grand each.
Yeah. And he said, they've been so kind to him, like they didn't even fire him after that.
That's probably an underquote.
He thought he was going to get fired. Yeah, it was, I think, 15, I think it was.
15 grand?
Yeah, I think it was about 15,
okay.
I think he said. So.
Yeah, I was wondering if it'd be more.
You were close.
Yeah.
Still. Well, it would have been one of their lower cameras. So.
The Channel 31's, I think they're still going down here. Community TV station down here. I don't know if it's Australia wide. Wouldn't have a clue. But yeah, brother used to work with them. It's just community. You don't get paid. You don't make money. Blah blah blah. But they were selling off some of their cameras second hand for $2.5 grand.
Yeah.
Each. But I thought they were like 5 to 10. But I mean, yeah, cameras could be lots. Oh, I watched this thing the other day. It was a behind the scenes of The Wizard of Oz. The camera they used, the Technicolor. You've all heard of Technicolor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the camera that they used for Technicolor to film it back in the day was freaking huge. Like apparently it was 500 pounds. That's how much it weighed. It was basically 3 big cameras in one. Each camera would be filming either red, green, or blue, and then in the same camera body, it would overlap it, sort of thing, and then record it on celluloid or something. I don't know. But the size of the camera was enormous. And when I saw this image of this fucking camera and 2 people sort of sitting on the side of it, chairs mounted to it, I'm like, fuck. Imagine bolting that to your helmet.
I was looking at I went to a convention thing, and it was all about cameras and media and storage solutions and all that. I was looking at the cameras that they use for all the races and all that. The big cameras that you see that look like bloody cannons and all.
Oh yeah, the ones on the stands up on you're on like a scaffolding, those sort of ones.
Yeah.
Those ones. Yeah.
And man, you put your head next to one of those, it just looks hilarious.
Yeah, it's quite big.
Yeah. So they're freaking awesome though, of what they can do.
Yeah.
It's just crazy, the technology, how far we've, went in such little time.
Yeah, I know. Makes you wonder whether we did actually, America did actually, get all this technology from the Roswell. Because the aliens that fell to Earth, they had everything. They had computers, microwaves, Velcro. What else did they have in this ship? They had cameras. They had GoPros. They had Groms in this ship. They had GPS navigators, navmans and all that sort of thing. They had an iPhone in their ship. The internet was in their ship. Steve Jobs was in their ship. Yeah. He was the stewardess. I'm free. I get out and make millions.
I don't know how it was made, so I just changed the look of the body. Interesting, isn't it? You just gotta think, like, is it really worth buying stuff in a way? You gotta think about it. It's like,
I prefer older tech.
Yeah.
Like not a certain era, but girlfriend and I walked past don't know where we were, but there's your little stand in this electronic store of GoPro. I mean, every fucking electronic store's got a bloody little GoPro stand. And I quickly glanced at the latest whiz bang, whatever the hell, 4K camera, and I'm like, piss off. I wouldn't pay that, but I'd buy the old one because it was like $300 less and still brand spanking new.
Yeah.
That's what I sort of do. I don't get the brand new latest widget. I wait till it comes down to a realistic price, then I'll buy it. And that's usually maybe between 1 or 3 years after it was released. Xbox was the same thing. When they came out, it was like, what, $900 or something. When I bought mine, I bought the top. Oh, no, it was more than that.
Oh, I thought you meant the Xbox One.
No, well, I'm talking the original. Yeah, I think it's the one. Xbox One.
No, Xbox One, the newest one, but you mean the Xbox original.
Hang on, what's the newest one? Is it Xbox One or Xbox 360?
It's Xbox One S.
Okay, so the one before was 360?
No, the one before was 1. So it goes
Okay,
Xbox
before
original.
One. Yeah, all right, well,
Xbox 360, Xbox 360 Arcade and Pro, Xbox 360 Elite, Xbox 360 E or something, whatever it's called, Xbox One, Xbox One S, and I think they're releasing another one now.
Well, I bought the 360 when they were saying that, you know, in 9 months at Christmas, we're going to be releasing the Xbox One sort of thing. So the 360 had been out for a little while.
Right.
Then I bought one when they're advertising the new one, when all these people are starting to focus on, oh my God, new, and all the old ones are getting sold off. That's when I bought mine. And I bought the Elite, but I got it for like $350 or something. Brand spanking new.
The Elite.
Well, it might as well. It's like fucking half a gig and all that sort of shit. Or 500 gig, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah.
I do remember a mate telling me he stored, at the time he had 300 plus CDs. He stored every single music CD. He stored every single CD on his Xbox, and he still had 50,000 sectors or whatever it said as default. That's one thing Microsoft stuffed up. They really crammed in. They're efficient at saving.
Compression.
Compression, yeah. Well, that's probably the better word. I mean, I didn't have 300 CDs to try, but I remember looking at mine once, and yeah, it was the 50,000 blocks, like you got brand new. But I'd had plenty of games saved on this, so I don't know.
Yeah. But that's kind of like a thing. It's like, oh, you wouldn't steal a DVD, would ya? It's like,
oh God,
Xbox stealing music for days.
Go on, keep on talking. I'm doing the background music for that. Any of our international viewers, have you ever watched a DVD and you see that fucking pirating message? Well, that's our Australian one that we were referring to. It's the same freaking thing. You wouldn't steal a DVD player. You wouldn't steal a car.
Steal a handbag, would ya?
Don't they say, wouldn't you steal a car? And then
yeah, wouldn't you steal a car? Wouldn't you steal a TV or something? I mean, they're a bit extreme.
Don't they hand out Xboxes and DVD players in prison? I mean, these people are watching these DVDs, watching the intro little piracy message, and they're going, yeah, well, I fucking did, so fuck off. Look where it got me. I'll get you kids. Curse you kids.
Get off my Xbox. But yeah, like I remember CDs and stuff, you know, when you get your mate's CD and you all share it on your Xbox and you all download it on each Xbox. Yeah, I all got songs, you know, because dial-up internet was so bloody slow that we couldn't even download a song. A song would take a day and a half to 2 days to download for my internet. So, it wasn't the case at all.
I was working at, I used to get free music from a mate of mine, but that was via me. I used to work at petrol stations, graveyard shift, and, well, you've probably been into a petrol station. You get to the counter, and there's this little stand there, little cardboard stand with DVDs and CDs that you can buy.
Yeah.
Well, I used to hand those to a friend of mine. He'd go home, if not go to his laptop out in the car, burn it for me, and give me the copy. And I used to constantly, you know, to the boss, I'd be like, oh, maybe you should get the rep to change over the music mix, you know.
That strategy could still be used to this day.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I mean, for personal use, there's nothing wrong with it. They advise you to back up things anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, that's hypocritical. They tell you to back up a CD, but yet you're not allowed to copy the CD.
Yeah. There's a whole lot of things that contradict each other. There's something, I forgot what it was, but there's something in the Honda service manual that, and it's like, if you do this, it will get rid of your warranty, but you got to do this to keep your warranty. It's like, which one is it?
Oh, someone might have been you, Max. Someone was telling me the last few days something about the bike as far as cleaning out a filter or something, a mesh filter.
Oh,
Was it you?
yeah. I
Well,
was
you rings a
talking
bell.
about-
So yeah, it was you. Yeah, we were talking about it. And
Yeah.
the oil spinner, that's it. And the fact that we cleaned it, but yet it wasn't even due for it.
Yeah. And my valve clearance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, ridiculous. I don't trust when it goes in for service. Hate having to do it.
Yeah. Well, I do it all myself, but I've got nothing under warranty anyway, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
And it's like I'm still servicing it between warranty though.
I
'Cause
mean-
they could just say it's done and it's not done.
Well, see,
You're not gonna
oil.
take it apart.
I thought about my Virago the other day. It's been a while since I've changed the oil, but then I thought to myself, well, it couldn't have been 25,000 kilometers, which is what the top oil viscosity level is. You know,
Right.
it won't be slippery after that mark. So yes, fair enough. My oil, it's been a little while, but I'm
You
not
have oil.
particularly worried because there is oil.
Yeah.
And I know the viscosity of it; it's all right. And I know, all right, it's not a full-on high revving bike, so it's not pushing the oil to the max. So in a way, it's actually more environmental if you leave it in that little bit longer.
Yeah. Well, it's always, with the service manuals, it's always a lot
5 or
ahead.
10, isn't it?
Huh?
On average, I think most bikes are 5 or 10,000.
Yeah. So the Groms, I think, every 4.
Oh,
First 1,000 and every 4.
Whoever was telling me when they bought the trail bike that I helped them buy. I can't remember what models that we're looking at. The current WRs and that sort of thing. 1,000 kilometers in between oil changes.
Yeah, I can believe that. Race bikes are every
Stuffed.
so many. I think race bikes, if you don't race them, I think it's every 1,000 that you're supposed to service them if it's
Yeah,
road
but
use.
he was talking about like road registerable bikes, like your WR or your CRF or whatever the hell it was. And all I had the thought was, oh yeah, you buy this brand new bike, you get a camera, you sort out your videos of, this is how I packed my gear and all that. And then you've got your videos of, this is my trip. And okay, you had a week doing your trip and you've got a week's worth of videos. But within that week, you've also got 4 videos of 4 different oil change videos. And that's just 4,000K.
Yeah.
Go around Australia and how many bloody service videos. I mean, my WR is, I think it's 5 to 10,000. It's still only got just under 2 litres of oil. But these new ones, I think they're like 900 mil of oil.
Man, when you got
a litre.
I think it was you who got stuck in the. I think it was your video that I was watching, and you got stuck in the water, and then they were helping you out. They went to the
maybe, was
left,
it?
and you were on the right of the trail.
Oh, I don't know, but I know there's a video where
Right.
I did get stuck in the water. I just sort of went in and stopped.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
Full sun, full drive. It was an open track, grass next to it. Next to a main
yeah.
road,
And
or
I think
Winfield
in
Road,
that
yeah.
one as well, I think you were looking at like a mountain, and there was some like power lines, and
Yeah,
like a fire
Rubicon
trail.
Valley.
yeah. So it looked pretty cool though.
Actually, they were up there a couple of weeks ago. I was going to buzz up, but then I looked at the weather and thought, fuck that. Too fucking cold and wet.
Yeah.
That when they were up there that same weekend, up at Mount Buller, they were expecting a metre of snow, which is like just up the road.
A meter.
Blizzard winds and that sort of thing. I know a metre is big.
Yeah.
Any part of Australia, that's a shitload. I don't think they got it. But
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And even
but the
still to
winds,
predict it.
well, the winds and all that sort of thing they were predicting as well. It was going to be blizzard conditions, that sort of thing.
Right.
So that was the high country. So the low country near there, which Royston's like, Rubicon's sort of, it's within the range that's down the road, sort of thing. So they would have felt some effects of that weather.
Right.
So that was sort of partial my decision as far as fuck that. I'm not going riding this weekend.
Fair enough.
Did someone just break something?
I sound like it, eh?
Hey, hang on, have we lost anybody else?
No, just
No, it's just RD.
Oh yeah. No, I looked up and I'm like, hang on, 3 people. I thought there was 4, but yeah, no, RD left before and Titan left before. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been meaning to say, Forey, you're still there.
Forey!
I don't think he's.
Yeah, there hasn't been a comment for a bit. So.
There was 0 views for a while, and then there was 1.
Oh, actually, one thing I didn't look at. Yeah, it's probably me. Because I've got mine on.
It's not there.
Well, it is 11:22, and you know these kiddies nowadays, they've got to have their, be tucked in bed. And have their little nap. They've had their dinner, so you got to go have a nap. Brush your teeth, change your underwear.
Change your underwear.
I don't fucking know. I'm just throwing in bullshit. Isn't that what everybody does? I change
What if
my
they
underwear
sleep
every 5
naked?
minutes.
Every 5 minutes. What if they sleep naked, though? I don't know.
Doesn't work in my house.
What, changing your pants every 5 minutes or sleeping naked?
No. You go to bed naked thinking your girlfriend's going to wake up and rape you in the morning, but she never does. It's annoying.
Oh.
No, it's just male typical wishful thinking. Us men can create scenarios in our head that, oh my god, yeah, that's gonna work out in my favour. Like when you wolf whistle at a girl walking past that you don't even know. I mean, you whistle at her, so what? She's gonna run up to you and jump you? Sure.
I still remember this kid in like primary school got in like heaps of shit because he whistled at a teacher. And I still remember my group of mates said to that kid, "Man, you have bad taste in women. She's ugly as fuck."
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was like pretty. Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but busted.
Ruth. Ruth. Drama teacher at my school.
So,
the rumours were that she had an affair with a student.
giggity.
But yeah, oh no, this was one of the only hot teachers in our school. She was the drama teacher, bit of a hippie.
Right.
Yeah. Very nice figure.
I had
every school's got the teacher that the kiddies fantasize about.
of course. That's just human nature.
That's the thing, right? At school, you're a student, right? And you and your mates, if you have the conversation and let's say that you either did or were thinking about having sex with a teacher, you'd be like, "Oh, mate, you're a fucking legend if you do," that sort of talk. Imagine the teacher's lounge. The teacher that actually slept with the student. You sick bastard! You fucking... On one side of the fence, it's like, woohoo! On the other side of the fence, it's like, oh my God, what have I done?
Yeah, exactly. Two different, hugely different scenarios.
Yes. I suppose there is an age limit where it becomes sickening.
Yeah.
But, for boys, any age over 12, it's like, yeah, hell yeah.
High five, mate. What'd she do, mate? Oh, she kissed me on my lips, hey.
I remember as a little kid, I think it was 8 or 10, and it was me and another kid from up the road, similar age, and the young kid across the road who had a really hot mum. I remember me and my other mate, we were saying to him, "Oh, do you love your mum?" And he's like, yeah, we do too. We were that age that, we were just in love with her, But I think it was like 8 to 10 years old. Fucking funny as.
It's stupid what we do.
Boys, you got to
Lewis,
watch
but-
them. Sorry?
It's stupid what we do when we're young, isn't it?
Oh,
And then
yeah,
you look
yeah,
back
yeah.
and you're like, man, I really like. If I went back to that situation, I wouldn't have done that. But then on the other hand, I'm like, well, I didn't know what I know now, so it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, but I think males, they, you know, fucking, we're terrible.
I agree.
I'm not going to say anything else. Even if you don't talk to your mates about it, you're probably thinking bad things.
Exactly.
Then you learn later on in life, oh, it is illegal. glad I didn't do anything like that. Is that why he chased? Is that why the husband chased me down the street? Nah, never happened to me. Almost happened once, but never happened to me.
When
I
you
was,
think they're suggesting
when-
things, but they're not.
Oh no! I was the toy boy to a rich woman once, and hubby came home one day. Basically, the master bedroom overlooked the driveway, which it was an acre property. The driveway went up past the house around the back.
I feel
and
like
then
she
sort
set
of
that
little
up. Eh?
garage.
Or if you see a car, just
No.
tell me, yeah.
Oh no! See, no. See, I was doing I was working at this property full time.
Oh, right.
And yeah, we were sort of getting it on in the bedroom, and then we heard a car coming up the driveway. We looked out the window, and it's his car. And fucking hell, like in the movies, you know, you're leaping out of bed, you're grabbing your pile of clothes, and running to some other area of the house to get dressed. Because I was legitimately there working, but well, all right, not supposed to be working with your wife.
Yeah.
Hey, he was an arsehole anyway, chauvinistic prick.
He
Fucking
deserved
hit
it.
her.
Oh,
he did. Nah, he did. He was an arsehole. He freaking hit her a few times, and
Oh shit.
with him, it was more about the mental manipulation.
That's even worse.
You know? Yeah, I know. Yeah. He was just a fucking arsehole. Anyway, but he was also a jealous prick that even thought the bloody postie was having an affair with his wife. So didn't matter. Just that sort of person, just jealous-minded.
Man, I hate to
you
see
don't
what
know-
you would think about Grom Squad.
You don't know about the postie though. He might have been as well.
Oh, you never know.
Georgie's like, yeah, I had a piece of that.
Is that why the postie nodded at me that day?
Is that why our parcels get left here?
Hang on, I'll re-say that. Is that why the postie high-fived me that day when he was walking out and I was walking in? I thought he was just delivering mail.
So that's why we don't have to pick up our parcels.
Yeah, I've got a delivery of a box. Wink, wink. Used to be the milkman, but now it's the postie because you don't get milk delivered anymore.
Honey, why is the milkman here? Wait a second, it's 2017.
Milk truck sitting out the front.
Oh, sir, I'm actually not...
Horse-drawn milk cart too.
I'm just Woolies click and collect, eh? Oh, hang on, but you got to collect it from us. Oh, yeah, no, it's like a delivery thing. I don't know what they call their delivery service. I know they call it something over in Australia.
Sorry,
should
I'm
say
gonna
over in
go.
China.
I'm gonna go check out something. Girlfriend wants to show me something. Nothing rude. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay. So, Dodgy, how was it?
What?
I'm just joking. So, have you done a burnout on your bike yet?
Nope.
Are you planning about doing a burnout?
Nope. I've never really done like a burnout.
Right. And what's the reason for that? Just don't want to ruin your tires?
What for?
Makes it look cool and it's fun.
No.
Oh.
No, I've done it in the car, like just as a quick slipping of the tires.
Right.
Certainly not massive smoke clouds like people like to do. No, never done that.
But doing 1 wheel pills for those. So,
And then when I first got a motorbike, my brother was like, you should do a burnout.
I thought you would have said do a wheelie.
So no, when I first got a bike, so it was my 150.
Yeah.
So he stood in front of the front wheel and did a little skid in the garage or whatever.
I just feel like it was going to end up with like the guy that was like just standing at the front of his bike trying to do a burnout and it takes him out, eh? That's all I can imagine happening.
Well, not on a 150.
You could do it on a 150 though if it grips up.
Yeah, it wouldn't grip up. No, I think he put weight on the front as well.
Right. I've seen Groms launch
But
before.
no, I
trying to
definitely
burn
haven't done like a massive smoke burnout ever. No.
out. Right. I think the only big
I've
smoke
really got
burnout
no
I've ever
drive to do that. I believe my brother has done that in his experience of cars.
Right. I wouldn't do it in a car because tires cost so much in a car.
Yeah,
The bike
well,
tires
not
are cheaper.
you don't do it for 30 seconds or there's smoke there.
Yeah. You're not going for minutes.
You're
till
not
it goes
trying
pop
to
or anything.
waste your tires, no.
Yeah.
But no, I've
But
never,
really,
never
there's-
done that.
Yeah. There's no reason really to do it. There's no benefits.
No,
except
I
from
was,
just
I was
being
growing
fun.
up hearing about how the cops will be on you.
Yeah, or technically in New South Wales, if you do a burnout, I believe your license gets suspended. I think. And that's-
These days, sure, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I think that's the law. I think if you caught doing a
But
burnout,
back in the day, yeah, apparently my brother did a burnout, and then the cops were there, and he got out of it for whatever reason. Yeah,
No, I didn't know that my
Back in
front brakes
the
were
day,
locked.
it was like- this is like 15 years ago.
How do you do a? Is it just like a heel toe? Like
What?
like do you just drop the clutch? I've never done a burnout in a car except from like power.
I've
So is
never
it-
driven a manual.
Oh, okay.
So in an auto, all you do is hold the brake and press the accelerator.
Right. I think in manual you would probably use your heel on the brake and then toe on the accelerator and your left foot on the clutch and you dump it.
Well, yeah, you have to use some clutch, wouldn't you?
Yeah, because that's how you engage and disengage power, the
Mm,
wheels.
Well, in an auto, all that happens is you get to a certain point,
Mm.
which with Sylvia's was 2,000 RPM. And then you'd have full locking in the gearbox, and then it spins the wheel.
Right.
But on my car at the time, I put a high stall in when I was figuring out this stuff. So
Yeah.
had full lock at 3,000 RPM instead of 2,000.
Right.
So
Have you seen cars
Better.
with like a welded diff, reverse parallel park?
no,
It's funny. Sometimes they bounce.
bounce. No, I haven't seen that. I've seen the inner or whatever outer. No, it must be the inner wheel skips on the ground. Like,
Yeah.
spins on the spot for retarded reasons. That'll just really tire
Nice.
out.
Oh yeah.
We're talking about welded diffs. If you
Yeah, no, I'd been throwing comments in. I've been here for a minute or three and heard the
Oh.
burnouts and all that sort of thing, but I just noticed the little green bar wasn't going on my name. It
Well, hey, welcome back.
It unplugged, but it didn't unplug. I'm still hearing through my headphones, but apparently the headphones were unplugged from the USB. I don't know. I think it chucked a wobbly. Anyway, I'll say that last comment. Well, you could have stole him, mate. Now, there's different techniques for drop and burnouts, manual, auto.
Right. So, would it be the heel toe situation? Do you think for
In
manual?
a manual, that would be the easiest way, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because you got full control of your clutch with your left foot. and your right
Yeah.
foot's heels on the brake and toes on the not on the accelerator pad, but on the arm just above it.
That's just like a motorbike. You got full control of the clutch and you got your accelerator and
Oh,
brake
yeah.
on that thing.
Actually, you've got more control on a motorbike individually of things than you do a car. Because your motorbike, your brakes right there, right in your hand, right there. But with your car, you've got to stop using, well, depending on what foot you go for your brake and whether it's an auto or manual, as far as you've got to take your foot off and move it around and blah, blah, blah. Whereas your hand, it's just like fingers, bang, it's there. Or foot's there.
Yeah.
So motorcyclists are better than car drivers because we've got more control.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, we're just better, full stop.
Yeah. I find that the car gets sleepy with the side-to-side movement, like with bumps. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, but is that
either.
if you're driving or not driving?
If I'm driving,
Like, do you get tired?
I get like it's just the side-to-side movement. You know, if I'm on the highway and it's a bumpy highway, it makes me feel sleepy, eh?
So it's rocking you like
really
rocking you to sleep like a baby.
Yeah. pretty much.
No, a reason I asked driving or not driving, if I'm not driving, I'll get tired. If I'm driving, I'll drive all fucking night. Ride
Yeah.
though, I get sore real quick. It's annoying.
Yeah, if it's twisties in the car or just a normal like road and it's like, you know, it has a bend or two, you know, I'm fine. But it's just like
Yeah.
after maybe a couple hours of driving, I get a little bit, the side-to-side movement makes me a little bit sleepy. And that's when I'm like, nah, just got to pull over and just,
Nah, driving.
Side- take half an hour.
Twisties.
I think he's just meaning the gentle swaying motion of a highway, basically, you know,
yeah.
rather than a Reefton spur or something.
No, I can't fall asleep in the twisties.
No,
I can't
he's,
fall asleep with
no,
twisties.
he's talking the freeway falling asleep.
Yeah.
The twisties, well, if I'm not driving, I'm usually watching the person anyway.
Yeah. I know my
don't
limits
trust-
anyway.
I don't trust anybody's limits but my own. Because I know my abilities. You know yourself what you'd react and how you'd react to a situation. So when someone else is in control, whether it be riding or driving, I kind of, as a pilot as well, or a fellow pilot, I'm watching what they're watching and hoping that they're going to do what I would do in the same situation, like, you know, turn the corner and that sort of stuff.
Well, that's another thing. I cannot stand being a passenger in a car, eh? Because I'm not in control. It just messes with me. I can't
that's what it
sleep
is
in a
with me.
car. Like,
Oh,
yeah.
I can sleep, but only on the freeway.
Mm.
On a twisty road, I have tried to sleep, but it's more.
Oh, I don't know about sleep.
I don't want to not wake up. Put it that way. If I'm not driving, then I'm not in control of my life, my destiny. So I don't want to not wake up one day.
I was
it's
in a
gonna
car with a person and they actually fell asleep, but their head was up and their eyes were open. And I was like, oh, man, we're getting close to that white line. I'm like, and then just instantly, he just swerved straight left and then locked up the brakes. I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck?
I had a thing like
crap
That
out
that.
doesn't seem like a good reaction.
I had a thing like that. No, I had a thing like that. I was working 2 jobs at the time, working days and then going delivering pizzas at night. And I'm driving down this, well, I think you know it, Canterbury Road. No, anyway.
Oh, yeah.
It's a dead straight road. This particular area, it was going downhill, 3-lane road. And I know I didn't fall asleep. I know my eyes didn't close because I didn't open them. But it's just like 1 minute I'm driving, next minute I'm like 50 meters down the road, and I came to. You know, I just sort
You're
of
just like daydreaming. Like you just don't think of anything. Yeah.
Yeah, your eyes are open, but you don't see anything.
You're on autopilot.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's fine.
It happened to me when I was doing
Yeah.
courier
Perfectly
work.
normal. If
I
something changed, you would
actually
avoid it
went
still.
back to work and I quit that pizza job because
Mm.
the thought I had of just, it wasn't my car I was driving anyway, and I just did not want to fucking fall asleep at the wheel.
That's what happened.
Falling asleep, that's just
Because it wasn't falling asleep though, because my eyes were open, like you said
Yeah,
before.
like you were still seeing, but you just weren't mentally
Yeah,
it's
you're
hard
not
to
taking
explain. You weren't
anything in.
thinking
but you're
about
still
anything.
reacting. If something had pulled out in front of you, you'd still react to it.
Well, you'd probably react, but you're not going to react as fast as you would if you're alert.
You would.
It's like you're daydreaming, so your alertness is delayed in a way.
Yeah.
But it was only, like I say, it was only 50 meters, and it was like maybe I was doing 80 kilometers an hour. It was only a few seconds, but
A few seconds is a lot of distance.
I know.
Yeah.
Still today, it's like, what the fuck happened in those few seconds? Because I don't remember driving them. There's another time I don't remember driving.
That happens all the time.
But that's when I went to visit someone, and he gave me some funny weed. I worked with this guy and invited me and my girlfriend back to his place for a smoke, and we had the smallest amount. And I like that picture you put up. We had the smallest amount, but we were off our heads. And conversations with people through the years since, a couple of them reckon that it was probably laced with horse tranquilizers. It just, I remember hopping in the car, and I remember arriving home, and I don't remember anything in between. And it was quite a few kilometers.
Why did you drive?
Since then, I've just had the image of the Homer Simpson episode where he was working a few jobs, and one of the times he's driven home, he's got like the fence hanging off the back of the car and a few things. I just thought about, what if that was the scenario? I get home and it's like, what the fuck have I done? Whose fence is this? Where'd that dent come from? But no, I just, it was like everything was on autopilot, but I was just not acknowledging anything, It's weird. But yeah, it does alert you to that whole fatigue kills type thing.
Yeah, I had a bit of it when I was doing 6 days a week, 7 a.m. to 11 o'clock at night. And that one free day that I had off, I went on a ride and I went down the highway, and I just, I wasn't like there in a way. And I was like, I'm like here, like it was extremely hot as well. So it was that and fatigue. I kept my water up. So
I suppose everybody's the same, but yeah, that hot weather makes me tired, drowsy.
Yeah.
So if you're bloody already drowsy on a day like that, you
yeah.
So
you're
you do
just
the
saying
following? Sorry, go on.
Saying that you don't remember getting there or don't remember parts of the trip.
Well, I do. Like you just sort
That's
of
all you're saying, right?
zone out.
Yeah.
You're still in control.
You're still in control, but it's like
I wouldn't worry about it. That happens all the time.
Yeah, but it's not.
I'm worried for dodging now. That happens all the time, mate. Go down the street.
The average human shouldn't be walking around on autopilot. Seriously.
That's the best thing about driving. You just autopilot the whole thing.
Do you know there was actually a person in America that tried to sue a company because they had an accident, but they tried to sue them because the cruise control didn't steer the car for them.
It all depends how good your autopilot is.
Yeah. Well, clearly, obviously, mine and Max's were good because we're still alive.
Yeah.
Didn't have the accident. Actually, I've been lucky with fatigue driving through the years.
And have you had a phone call while driving? Obviously, you're hands-free or whatever, but have you had a phone call while driving?
Yes. I'm a hypocrite.
Multiple times.
When you are on the phone while driving, you are autopiloting your driving. That's what I find.
I don't feel like
no, I'll agree with you, but I think my alertness on the I'm not saying I'm better than everyone, but there are people on the road that actually take on the responsibility of I am piloting a vehicle and I have a duty of care to everyone around me, So you're not a fuckwit on the road, in other words. Now, I think that there are far and few in between people like that. So I am one of those people that I'm looking 3 or 4 cars in front. I'm not looking at I'm not looking at the screen of the phone in my car rather than the car in front of me, but you've got to have that awareness further than what you normally would. But a lot of people don't do that. So if I'm on autopilot, I'm probably driving normal as everyone else would be.
Yeah. Well, I'm with me and all. Like I only take calls when I'm on the bike. And
Like when I take a call,
Hmm.
I kind of zone out of the phone call, eh? Like he'll say, "Oh yeah, did you get that? Oh what?" So I was concentrating on writing. Like
Oh, right.
I do the opposite. I zone out of the call.
I'm just still laughing. Like you'll take phone calls on the bike, but you won't in the car.
Yeah,
I
we're in
mean,
the car.
how hard is it to take a phone call on a bike compared to a car? I know
Well, my
you
car
probably got
doesn't have a
helmet thing.
hands-free system,
No.
and
I
I
know
don't
you've
have a.
probably got a helmet thing. Well, look, I have a hands-free system on my phone that came standard with it. It's called put it on a speaker, stick it under your or just in the collar of your shirt or whatever.
Hmm.
I put it in there so it's sitting on top of my shoulder, but my t-shirt, shirt, whatever I'm wearing is holding it down, and the microphone's just poking out. You know, that's my hands-free.
Well, if I put my phone on loudspeaker, it mutes my mic for some reason.
Well, my
Oh,
hands-free is
that's weird.
Bluetooth to the stereo system.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. See, my car's too old for that. I
Probably change
do.
out my head.
I
there.
do have a Blue Ant Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever the fuck it is, hands-free kit in the car, but I never turn it on. I have
Well,
used
I
it.
do now.
I just
I
never
do.
turn.
I didn't for many years,
Hmm.
and now, but I do these days.
Oh, one thing I do love doing when you're at the lights, I love listening to people's conversations.
Oh, yeah, love
Because
it.
you can hear both sides. You can hear the person in the car, and you can hear the person talking through the speakers. of the
Yeah, I
car.
always shut my windows. Phone's ringing. Shut my windows.
Oh, I love
You
those
can still
people.
hear it though, even when they have the windows shut, because I have it loud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I do.
As soon as
I
I
need
hear
to
that,
pick up the cream.
as soon as I hear that ringtone or something, I'm winding my window down just a little bit of a crack, just so I can hear better. You know.
Mhm.
Oh yes, honey, I'm on my way home. Yeah, I worked late, and you can see him in the car wiping the lipstick off his cheek or something.
I've heard, honey, did you get the cream? I've heard that one before.
Oh,
I've seen
you're
one guy
waiting
say,
until I get
"Oh,
home. Uh-huh.
yeah." He said, one guy in our car said, "Oh yeah, I'm just busy doing something," and he's in the car picking his nose while talking on the thing.
No, you don't pick your nose at the satellites. You pick your nose when you're in motion and not when there's
Yeah.
a car next to you, beside you.
Jesse's a
And there
tissue.
can't be a car too close in front of you because they can see you in the revision mirror.
Yes.
I'm one of these closet pickers.
Tissue is a bloody tissue, mate. How hard?
Ah, nothing wrong with using your freaking fingernail, you know.
Yeah, I was doing it the other day, and then I didn't realise there was someone at the bus stop I was driving past.
Oh,
That's not the
look,
first time being called out. I'm like, oh man.
honestly, next time you get caught out, I just had the thought that maybe I hope I remember it, but next
It
time you
was
get
a-
caught out, if you do, pretend to eat it and look at them and just put that face on, you know. Oh, that was tasty.
Imagine if the dash cam picked that up. Dash cam
Actually, yeah.
Australia.
Probably a second after they saw you, they've got their phone out already and they're already recording you. That's the usual
Yeah.
nowadays.
Everyone has their phone out these days.
Oh, you know what pisses me? Oh, actually, it pisses off other people as well, is when you have like a train, right? And you've got a person giving another person the shits, but everybody else is on their phone ignoring them. I hate that stuff.
Mm.
In other words, would you intervene? You know, everybody wouldn't because I'm
Unlikely.
busy on my phone Wi-Fiing something about fucking Desperate
I wouldn't be on my
Housewives or
phone
some
on
shit.
public transport.
No, I don't. My phone's in my pocket most of the time. I don't use. Well, most of the time I don't browse on it because it's just so goddamn slow. I'd rather if I'm in the garage, right? I can easily pull out my phone and Google something just to see something. It takes me less time to walk in the house, hop on the computer, load up Google, search for it, look for it, then walk back outside. It's quicker to do that than it is to have a look on my phone in the garage. Shit. But anyway, it is the base
I mean, you
model.
got Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I've got Wi-Fi. It's not that much quicker. I have tried it. It is a little bit quicker, but it's not that much quicker. Just the phone itself. It's a starter phone. It's a base model Huawei, whatever the
Man,
brand is.
That's where you went wrong.
Yeah, I know.
Huey.
I didn't want a good phone, and I still regret not getting a phone with fucking buttons.
Huh.
I don't like smartphones. I make phone calls and I make SMSs. That's it.
Bro, I
You know?
got some some Nokias, but the problem is that they're all 2G.
Yeah, I've got some old phones, but you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Various reasons why they're in the cupboard. So obviously I can't use them because I don't know, a button might
I'm
work
still
or
trying
maybe
to
they're broken.
I don't know if I checked it out. It was like an old Motorola brick phone. Like, it had like a little lead acid battery and all with it. And I've been trying to find it. And it's like the one that's like, it looks like a rectangle, then like a triangle sort of at the bottom and the top. Sort of, it's hard to explain it.
So it's not a traditional brick or half brick.
It's a full brick.
Okay,
Hang on, I'll see if I can.
Yeah, find just Google half brick, full brick, whatever, and see if you can find the size phone. Because I used to have a half brick. I used to love my bloody half brick. It underneath the plastic, right? When they made the phone that I had, I can't remember what brand it was. Motorola, it was probably. They made the phone components, but then obviously they have to mount them in something. Now, mounting them in a metal frame or whatever the hell it was, and that metal frame then had a plastic cover over it. And that phone itself, I used as a handbrake on my Mini a few times, just sticking it under the front wheel. Never broke. Once I actually drove over it, forgot to pick it up, and I've just driven off. I've pulled into the servo to do the water because my bloody radiator's boiling over, and then obviously I'm in a hurry, and I've just driven off, and I've felt the clonk clonk. But yeah, just picked up the phone, kept on going, and made a phone call.
I just put a link in the side chat. It's one of those, but in black.
Right.
Motorola it was.
That's the one I had. That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's
eh?
the one I'm talking about. They were fucking brilliant. But actually, that's the full brick. I think mine might have been the half brick.
Yeah, it was the full brick, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the full brick.
full brick, yeah.
It's a little bit deeper than what mine was,
I'm
but
not
it
a
was
fan.
not by much.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you're talking original. I mean, this is just after the days when you had an actual freaking phone in the car, like dial-up.
Mm.
Actually, I did that once moving house. I put the phone in the center console of the car when I was moving my house. Like, you know, you're putting your stuff in the car to move your belongings. And when it was time to, you know, put the whatever and the phone in the car, I just put the phone in the center console, just sat it on top sort of thing. And then when I'm driving my new house, I'm just put the phone to my ear and I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 you know, sitting at the lights.
Yeah. Way to do it, eh?
Anyway. Well, I mean, totally wouldn't have been it. There would have been phones like that in cars, but it would have been a limo or something like that, you know?
Yeah. Something high end.
Yeah. Able to be done, but not mainstream.
I reckon
Attaches.
I reckon I might be full face watching.
Oh, face, bruh.
Yeah.
Comment down below.
Stick a comment. Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe.
I'm trying to find them on eBay, eh?
Like, oh, they've got to be out there.
Yeah.
Shall I'm probably just find a photo of an. Have you ever heard of the attaché? You never heard of the attaché phone?
I have, but I don't know what it looks like. I don't think.
It
rings a bell, the name, though.
If I spell it properly. Attaché. How do you spell attaché? Attach my phone. No.
Do you mean a Hitachi? I don't know.
No, a briefcase. I'll call it a briefcase phone. How's that?
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say, but it was called an attaché. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, fucking phone in a briefcase. It's not the same one though. Oh, that's.
I found.
Was basically the front part of the brick that you put up, right? Just the front where the numbers are and all that. And then you had your coily cord literally to a briefcase. And that was everything else. That was the battery. That was the,
I've seen
the
those
thing.
before.
Yeah. And you open up the case, you pull the phone out, close the case, make the call.
Yeah.
Mate had one of those. He reckoned.
Yeah. I found a Motorola 4800 analog mobile cellular car phone receiver unit, 1980. Yeah. It's only 32 Australian dollars or
Shit, that's cheap.
19.99 Great British pounds, including $50 Australian postage.
Okay, no, that's cheap.
Yeah,
I would have expected more.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, I sold a Commodore 64 for bloody $350. You know, found it under someone's house. So I'm surprised a mobile phone or a Taché or half brick or whatever you're talking about doesn't go for more or similar.
Yeah.
Suppose though you can do more with a Commodore 64 right now than you can do with a briefcase or even a brick phone.
Yeah.
Because the phones you wouldn't be able to have work, whereas the Commodore 64 you can take home, plug it in, and start scripting.
Remember when flip phones were awesome?
Yep.
When they were trending?
I had two of them. I got this one. It was a Sony. It was a used phone that I bought, but instead of the front cover flipping down, it had this like finger on the side of the phone, which was the microphone. So just put one finger or one arm down, that flipped forward. I thought that was so fucking cool, that thing.
I had the N95, I think it is, and it actually slides up and down.
Oh, yeah,
Instead.
the slide phones were cool for a bit.
Yeah, it slides up, and you got your number pad and all that, and you slide it the other way, and you got your pause, play, forward and backward. Yeah, it's really cool. I'll have to make a video on it because it's a pretty neat little phone. You know, it doesn't take too bad photos for what it was. You know,
sometimes I hate how us humans just have to rebuild everything, make it better. Because you get onto a good thing that's actually bloody useful, and then they go and change it into a different model, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not how business operates, but still, be nice.
Definitely.
Think like the Volkswagen Beetle. You know, okay,
yeah. I saw one today.
Okay, they kept on making it right up to like 5 years ago in Mexico or something. But the car itself is still the same as it has been the whole bloody time. You know, they got on a winner and just stayed there.
Yeah.
Actually, Harley's another good example. They made those in what, 1920, and they're still the same.
Well, apparently they don't fall apart as much, I've heard.
Anyway, that talks to me about Harley.
As I mentioned,
fixing
as much.
I'm fixing. Well, I'm not at the moment. It's down getting tires at some all-American, you know, Harley, fucking professional. Only he can work on the bike sort of thing. It's annoying. These Harley riders that think their bikes are just so amazing that you know the amazing technicians have to work on it.
Mm.
They just don't get that it's like 1940s technology with a computer bolted on the side. Anyway, whatever. Don't want to buy it. Don't want to buy it. Oh, I had a comment the other day on one of my videos about the XV, the Virago. I had a comment saying, mate, your bike's bet in, this is in his opinion, obviously, but he reckons my bike's better than a $40,000 Harley. I'm going to pin that fucker to the top. Highlight, pin. Colour in with high vis yellow. Look, this guy, the only one of the 7 billion people in the world, reckons my bike's cool.
Yay! Now,
I look at a Harley. Harleys do, because I've had my hands on this one for a little bit, they do have quality parts, like quality chrome, quality bits and pieces, but in my opinion, those bits and pieces are still overpriced. But that's based on name. This is compared to Japanese type manufacturing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
After riding, you know, and working on the KLR, man, it's just so easy to work on. You know, it's just everything's right there. Sure, a couple of things.
94, wasn't it?
94. Yeah.
94, yeah. So pre-major electronics.
Yeah, and it's just so easy to work on.
So we're going off here.
Oh, by all. What a shame you can't sit here and listen to us for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
I think they might tune out if that happened.
You're gonna have to have a Moto Radio marathon one day. and just stay live for, I don't know, days.
24-hour clickbait.
All right,
The
bye
hangout
all.
will be, but no one will be here for the whole hangout.
Well, I'll say ride safe out there all, and everybody else
Safe.
can say goodbye.
Ciao.